We are live. Hello. Welcome, one and all, to yet another session of hell. Another session of Page and Pen. I don't know why my players are dancing, but I respect it. Yet another session of Page and Pen here at crispy_VDL, where we are your one-stop shop for both Dungeons and Dragons. Welcome for our Woes of the Wildland campaign. I am Crispy himself, or Chris, if you will, and you can check out all of my links in the chat off to the side. You'll find my link tree there, where you can find all the social medias, as well as my Start Playing, where you too can join us for some Dungeons and Dragons, for a campaign of your very own, with fine players like these. Oh, they're below. These. Preferably better players than these, but, you know, we take what we can get here. They're muted. You can't hear them. They have to just sit there and take it. Yeah, I have the power here. Well, we're gonna go ahead and dive on. He didn't have to sit here, apparently. I hope he dove onto the floor. This full-grown adult. Yeah, I'm gonna unmute him now, so you guys get to enjoy this buffoonery. Welcome. Thank you, Locke, for his 26th month. That's two fucking years. You cretin.
Damn.
I can't even fit that on a dice.
I give you money!
No shout outs for my 30
I can't even
months.
fit that on a dice. He's got
Yeah,
a
shut
full
up, loser.
D20 with the wizard hat in the chat. Look at that. That's fucking awesome. Hello, Mr. Sprinkle. Welcome. We are going to go ahead and get started with our party off in the heart of Esteraria, far across the vast continents, in the frontiers known as the Wildlands. Esteraria is verdant, lush, and untamed, save the coast, where we descend across the country of Estalosia, named after its home continent. It is the best that man can muster against the elements, as the forest, jungles, mountains, all alike, are harsh and unforgiving, impossible to live amongst unless you cluster
Definitely
together
not.
in large cities, such as Valamir, which, as we narrow in across the country, across the Estrin ranges, we descend down on the plain, where at the northern crest of Lake Valis sits Valamir, a thriving, bustling city, one that on the outskirts of the Estalosian Empire is a frontiers city. The surrounding towns spanning out across the river and into the plains to really war against the frontier. Our heroes come from these neck of the woods. Some from Brenfield, all the way up north on the edge of the Kunyaze Plains. Some from far out in the Estrin ranges, traveled quite a ways, outcast their people. Whereas others come from across the river, the far side of Lake Valis, just on the outskirts of Glengrove. Our whole party are a bunch of frontiersmen, forest folk, mountaineers.
Guys,
Yes.
guys.
The guys, as they're known. We lower in the night, the moon out in full, onto the city of Valamir. It's cobblestone streets, tightly packed between squares of tall, simple stone and wooden buildings. The streets wind around a city square, a pair of keeps which sit one in the heart, atop its hill in the center, another along the city's coastline, north end of Lake Valis. We lower upon the city as the town's watch is out in full, walking the city streets with lanterns lit, patrolling as you all return to town late at night alongside Orsic Brozic, a member of the Emerald Order, a very reputable individual in town. No questions are asked as you enter the gate as evening falls, and none are asked by guards who pass you and this strange cloaked figure who wanders beside you. Algernon hiding beneath a very heavy cloak, layered upon his head as he wanders behind you all. The skeletal man hidden from the view of the guards. Brozic, confused, follows you all to your home, where we rejoin the party as they all burst through the doors of their abode, safe and sound after a harrowing few nights, to say the least, within a tomb, recently slaying Alandir, a powerful vampire lord who was trying to enact a ritual of some dark deed. However, you have bested him time and time again and finally hunted him down to his end. Now, bursting through the door, clamoring over one another, and into the fine antiquarian foyer, which leads to a lavish interior rented to you as you all are currently working for the betterment of Valamir. You have been graciously rented out this home, gifted temporarily as you sort out the political drama which currently settles upon the town. But as you all, one by one, sort of right yourselves as you're through the door of this fine estate you call a temporary home for the time being, Orsic speaks up, sort of catching his breath as Algernon bursts through. The young lad who keeps your estate for you, immediately rushing to the door as you arrive home. It's been some time, and Barkley, the young sort of redheaded man who works as sort of servant in this home, rushes up and goes, lords, you're home. I wasn't sure what had gotten, what had gone on, and I wasn't sure, what can I get for you today?
You seem a little flustered, friend.
I wasn't expecting y'all to arrive when you did.
Do you have a lady over?
He looks confused. No, my lord, I can assure you I'm just looking to help. You watch as Algernon pushes in and
Insight
throws
check.
off. Yeah, make an insight check. Throws off his hood.
Been getting it while we've been gone.
Right. That is a dirty 20.
You know Barkley is horrified, terrified you may find out that he is scared of skeletons, as he is immediately wide-eyed and panicked as Algernon takes off his hood in the immediate of the foyer.
I just walk up to him and put my arm around him and like turn him the other way and begin walking. I say, "Come on, right this way, there, friend."
He goes, I mean, did he just,
Nope,
that,
nope.
was that, that,
It's fine.
he,
You didn't see
he
nothing.
had a beard
It's-
of magic and no skin. You like
Yep, you're fine. Come on, right this way.
Vampire.
escort him off as Orzik sort of forces into the home as well, and he goes, "All right, okay. Now that we are in some semblance of privacy, y'all have some explaining to do." The dwarf like cleans himself off. He is currently like bloodied, a mess, probably some broken bones, and not looking very worse for wear. Currently like blood running down his beard. He like wipes it away as he straightens his hat and or
Guy
helmet. He
hobble.
pushes in.
Guy hobbles over to like the nearest chair or seat and just like softly, gingerly lowers himself in. Okay.
you
Now
have
we
a-
can talk.
You have a lingering injury, correct?
I have two lingering injuries. I have inflammation and
Something you need
a
regeneration.
severe headache.
for.
You're
Yeah.
so fun.
The inflammation will heal itself.
Well, yeah,
The severe headaches, not so
talked-
much.
yeah, we talked about how we might need
yeah.
to seek someone.
I've been giving out
Um,
a lot of lingering injuries lately.
Chris is like, finally.
I can't remember who I'm giving them to. I'm gonna be honest. I think every campaign currently has a lingering injury.
It's okay. So Guy just like gingerly lets himself down and says, now we can sit and think for a moment. What is it that you need to know? What isn't clear? Are you okay? You fell.
Yeah, how did you survive falling off of that?
What? I'm much sturdier built than you'd think. You don't get to my position without taking a tumble or two.
Okay, I mean, it just seemed like really like I
No,
guess I didn't look how deep it was.
It was
but
really far. He pushes his elbow
Yeah.
back into his shoulder back into place, and you hear like a
100 feet or something.
yeah. Anyway, do you all have bandages or something? Again, I have.
Yeah.
You just
yeah,
see like something sticking out, like a gaping wound out of his
yeah.
abdomen.
Let me see what I can do, and I'll use my healer's kit on him. I have a healer's kit, so.
Yeah, you patch up some wounds upon him as you go. I just want to know what happened to what happened to the vampire guy. Two,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this? Points to Algernon, who is like rummaging
That's
through his bag. Right,
you
no,
ever
he's
heard of
introduced
Algernon?
He's introduced himself to me multiple times.
Have you heard of him before today? He's from like 50 years ago or something like that.
No, I'm sorry, I
He was-
ain't heard.
He was an adventurer back in the day. I read about him in a history book. Not for like doing anything cool or special or anything, just because he went missing one
He
day.
disappeared.
You didn't read about him in a
Yeah.
history book. You heard about him in rumors.
Oh, I heard about him in rumors. Not because he like did something cool or anything, but because he went missing in this area. And,
Algernon goes, I'm right here. You don't have to speak for
oh,
me.
Yeah, sorry.
Hi, I'm Algernon. Again, you've introduced yourself to me multiple times.
Yeah, I was trying to explain.
That's not
To-
really. Where
To
did he
answer-
come from?
We believe that Olendir resurrected him, but I mean, he has his own will. so-
Yes.
He helped us fight Alandir.
Yeah.
Yes.
He
And
honestly did
Alandir has
took
been
time.
vanquished.
Do you
There's no
have
really.
something to prove this fact?
Well, he kind of turns into like. And then you gotta burn his coffin, and so like, there's not really anything that we could recover necessarily.
Nothing.
We have Did we take a bunch of his stuff?
I mean, I suppose you looted a tomb, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna be clear, it looks like you just looted a tomb.
I mean,
I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just implying others won't believe me.
I do not see how we have to be made responsible for you falling and not witnessing what we have done.
I mean,
Looks over at you for like a long time.
that's
over
kind
there
of
on the
our
bench.
job.
He
Yeah,
goes-
it was definitely kind of our job to keep him around and stuff.
I'm going to chalk this one up to the sort of brain damage occurred.
He's messed up.
And he like gives another lingering stare of daggers.
He needs like serious medical help.
Totally oblivious to it. It's like,
You should probably go get him some of that first thing.
Yeah, we need to do that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Well, I'll be speaking to the king tomorrow. Or at least whoever I can get an ear of. And we'll see if they believe your tale.
wait. You've heard of Noctis, yes? Noctis was there. He could corroborate our story.
He
Have you heard
goes,
of Noctis?
he goes, have I heard of the folk tale that is a wandering, what? Vigilante?
He's not a folktale.
He's real.
Confirmed vigilante.
Make a persuasion check. He
Ha! Persuasion check is not affected by anything.
I walked off with the butler.
Yep.
My first roll landed in the trough, not on the thing, so I rolled another one. It was a 7. Plus
Cheater.
3 is
You
10.
He cheated.
Oh wait, persuasion though. you
Yeah,
said.
persuasion.
Oh, yeah, it's just 10.
He goes, right, yeah, and you saw him, was that before you hit your head or after?
No, much
Multiple
before.
times.
Much
We
before.
saw, we saw him, and then you met up back with us, and then you
Og saw
fell off
him.
the side, and then
So,
he
Laurel,
came back like
you
right
saw
after
him,
you
right?
fell off. Yeah,
So you're saying
Roadkeeper saw him.
he was there every time I wasn't?
it was quite convenient. Yes.
Yeah, seems very convenient.
hmm I mean, you don't believe that he's real?
No,
Well,
Insight check.
yeah, make an insight check.
while this is happening, guys, just gonna say, I did wonder why you ran off so many times as well. Like down after the spiders, and that time you didn't have to leave, and that's when Noctis first appeared. Remember, I asked you.
He goes,
I was acting weird in the tunnels, was I not?
he seems like you guys are all on a bunch of drugs.
Guy seems like that for sure.
He thinks that we're all on a bunch of drugs.
He expected this from Guy, but he's like, once you say it, you're a little bit more of a reputable source, so you can tell he is inclined to believe you, but he thinks this is a little too convenient.
So it seems like he doesn't believe that Noctis is real.
He doesn't seem to.
Moog, you saw him, yes?
Moo goes, yeah. No, I
He like
mean,
kept a lot of us alive.
he was kind of like central to our fight with Alandir.
I mean, without
He points to Algernon. Algernon, you talk to him, right? Algernon goes, aye, yeah, no,
Yeah,
he's eccentric, but,
He initially brought Algernon into the room.
yes, I think he was going to smite me, though.
Yeah.
It did seem he was giving me sort of, you're infernal undead, you should be stricken from this world and put to a final rest kind of vibe, you know?
Yeah, we might have,
Cruz struck him with some sort of beam.
yeah.
Does he know you as
Whirl
Cruz? I'm trying to
do
remember.
that.
Was it Whirl?
Whirl did that. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Algernon knows you as Cruz, actually. I'm pretty sure we already established that as canon.
Oh, who's this Cruz?
Cruz is
You
like,
must
Cruz is
mean,
like a...
Whirl.
You can see...
Whirl, yeah, whirl.
you can see... Orzik just kind of like clenches his eyes and just goes, all right,
This isn't our life falling apart. There is no life. I
I'm-
promise.
going to turn in for thee. Give me something from your tomb here. And he like goes over to the pile of loot you've stolen. And he goes, this should do it. And he like grabs something from within. He goes, this looks like old and vampire-y, right?
What is it?
It's like a chandelier.
Chandelier?
Like a candelabra. I'm sorry, a candelabra.
Candelabra, yeah.
He holds up a chandelier. Holy shit, Orzik,
He
you're
holds up a can. He is strong, but he holds up a candle. I mean, you've only seen him net 20 things and fall apart.
Pretty much. Man, one hits everything he goes after.
Including himself.
Yeah, I mean, does it look like vampire-y and old and
Yeah,
ancient?
he's like an old.
Yeah. Yeah.
More importantly,
everything that was in there everything that was in that tomb was from like a whole age ago.
He goes, whatever, and he just starts walking out. Don't get into trouble while you're in town.
We never get in trouble.
You know any good healers?
The church.
I know good healers. I know good. We know good healers, guy. Like
We know good healers.
Our main resource
you.
in the city is a good healer. It's a representative of the healers. Even.
Right.
He points toward Algernon behind you guys. That one.
Yeah.
Keep him out of trouble too.
Yeah. Algernon, you don't leave the house.
Algernon goes, well, that just kind of sounds like the tomb all over again, to be honest.
Well,
No,
you
no,
want
no,
to be
no, no,
smited
no.
by some person in the city? It's like a high chance of that happening.
What if I fashioned some sort of suit?
I think you'd still look like a skeleton with a magic beard.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. We could get to the bottom of it and you could be free as a whistle once we
We
get out
will,
of Algernon.
yes, we will take you out at night often.
I mean,
We can go for walks.
I don't know how much longer we were really planning to stay here. I think our plan was to talk
Sorry, go on.
with the king and start moving on. So it wouldn't be for that long.
Yeah.
I mean, we only got like a couple days until the homies get here.
Algernon goes, well, what, am I supposed to continue with you all?
If
You don't have
if
to.
you
choose.
would like to, I mean, we can get you safely out of the city if you want to
Just
continue on
technically-
yourself. Fine, but
I mean, I would say probably don't, because like you are like in a way like a representative of us because we brought you here. So like, you know, if you came and like did a bunch of bad stuff, we would get in trouble for
Well,
it.
yeah, why does everybody think I'm going to do bad stuff? Is it because I'm a skeleton?
No, it's because you handed us lit bombs repeatedly.
they're very judgy.
My bombs don't come lit. I lit them.
I
moment.
feel like the skeleton has a part of it. The people here are very judgy.
They
Not
judge
that we
us.
are. Yes, we are also being judged.
Look, I don't know if I'm going to stick around with you all if you make me stay in the home all the time.
No, I told you, we'll take you out on walks.
I'll fashion
What do
some
you
sort of trick to hide my face.
Can you like disguise yourself?
I can turn invisible. Once.
Once-
An hour.
Once an hour?
Once for an hour.
Mm,
Oh,
that's way less good.
But I have bombs! He throws a
Yeah,
flashbang
that's the
down,
problem.
and a bunch of smoke comes out. And he runs off. You can just see him like sort of scurry. You can see him scurry around the corner though. You can hear his like bones rattle. Well, I've got something for this. You can just you just hear I have something for this. You
Wow, I that seemed pretty
you
good
know
to me.
I was a skeleton, did you?
Where did Algernon go?
No, but did you know I was a skeleton? No, I was
I
just.
definitely didn't see that you were a skeleton,
Yeah,
and then the skeleton pulled out an explosive and then ran around the corner.
Okay, but you see, well,
Oh,
if I add
I
more flash powder, it'll just blind people.
It was
I
your
seriously
bones
didn't
that were
see anything.
rattling.
I'll perfect it. Don't worry. You guys
How
get
many
some
fingers
rest.
am I holding up?
What?
Guy, how many folded fingers am I holding up? Hand is
Fingers? Ooh. 12, oddly.
Yeah, he's real good. He didn't see you, so I guess we should all judge based off of his perceptions.
Okay, I think you should get him to bed. I'll watch over the house. I have a new formula I want to try.
Do you sleep?
No. I don't even have eyeballs.
Okay, yeah, I got that part. That part weirded me out before, but you know, we're here.
Look at this. We're doing it.
Yeah, you keep putting your finger in there.
It's sort of like a calming method. Soothing.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yes. It's nice to know
All
you're
right.
real
Oh.
sometimes. Anyway, yes. So this
you
is.
could, like,
Do I have a
study.
room here then?
I guess, yeah, you could study in this one.
No bed? I'm kidding. I don't sleep.
There is a bed in there.
Oh. Oh God! I just realized the fucking map is all glitched out.
Oh,
No, this is how it looks.
This is what it looks like every
oh,
single
both of them.
I love the polygons on the sides of the like light coming in and out of
Yeah.
the house.
We'll figure
It's a
that out.
party.
Oh no, there's something where like the background file is messed up because your walls and lights are all still
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
the
I
image files.
rearranged some folders in the asset
Oh,
of Foundry a while ago, and it changes paths.
So probably, yeah.
And we haven't been on this map in a while.
Yeah, we haven't
so-
exactly. We haven't been on this map in a while.
right.
Since I did some organization. But we'll get there.
I will direct him to my room, and I'll just sleep in a different room.
He goes,
Ooh.
I actually don't need a bed. It was just a joke. I'll stay in the library.
I know, but you can stay in there. All right, goodbye, good night.
You
Okay.
give me a hand up to our room.
He takes off his hand and hands it to you.
No, I'll turn on. I appreciate that. I reach over to put my weight on the Moog.
You, Moog helps you up. Thought you were gonna say on Algernon. I was gonna say he just falls apart. Shoot! How well's your anatomy skills? Can you
I hate
reassemble
when
me,
that
please?
Hogs is great at it.
I kind of took history lessons.
Make a medicine check.
It's medicine, though,
Oh yeah, I guess.
Anatomy, I'm good at this.
I am.
I mean, I could help.
No. Have the
Natural
the
5
The goblin do it, please.
at disadvantage
Oh,
for
wow.
everything.
You
And then I
reassemble.
just
You
start singing.
reassemble.
I just start singing. The hand bone's connected to the arm bone. The arm.
Those are
bone's
not the
connected
names
to
of the bones. I want to be clear.
I'm singing under my breath. Leave me alone. Leg bone's connected to the hip bone.
You reassemble Algernon while Moog puts Guy to bed. He goes, careful. You cannot put too much weight on me or I crumble. But other than that,
Okay.
no eyes, so I don't have to eat.
Mm.
No
No
eyes.
eyes.
You don't have to eat.
I don't know how your eyes are connected to eating, but that's cool, man.
Eyes
Okay, I'm
are-
gonna stop talking to you and go to bed now. Good night.
Okay. You just hear from outside, it gets lonely in the evenings.
Nah, there's Patty.
Was he
Who's a
not?
dog
Yeah,
always
Patty's
around.
probably like bothering him the whole
Just
night.
stealing the leg bone constantly.
Get it back.
Just constantly waking up Hogs. Hey, the dog did it again.
You just see he has a crutch in the morning. He goes, if one of you sees the dog, could you get my leg back?
Yeah, I have disadvantage on all wisdom checks, so I'm not getting Patty.
I've got an
to
elk
listen to me
skeleton
anytime
if you
soon.
want an elk leg.
He goes, I'm good, thanks. I'll take my own leg.
One day this elk skeleton will come in handy.
You just carry an elk skeleton on you? That's
I mean, yeah, don't waste any part of the animal.
right, but okay. You could.
I don't think he
Build me a
specifically
horse.
carries.
I'm kidding.
I,
That would
I mean, I can build you an elk.
Oh,
The dude lives.
you guys,
Skeletal horse.
We can make an undead elk skeleton, and it's the dude 2.0.
You could ride him underwater, just like in Minecraft.
you guys turn in for the evening, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I still will just kind of watch over Hogs for a bit before going to bed. Because Grovekeeper's worried.
You reunite with Brooke, Cruz. Immediately, her first question is, "You didn't come back last night. Is everything okay?"
Right, yeah. We had to spend the night in the super creepy vampire crypt. Not my favorite place. But the job's done. Vampire's dead, and we're back.
So you went to go fight the vampire last night? You didn't?
Yesterday.
You
No, I
didn't
told you
get
before
hurt,
we
did
left.
you? Yes, you did. You didn't get
All
hurt,
right.
did you?
I mean, he didn't bite me, but I mean, I got a few. Honestly, I'm probably the one that's the least banged up of all of us.
Yeah. I've seen Cruz. Oh, I'm sorry. I've seen Guy. He is not.
Yeah, guy stumbles outside of their room, completely
Did
instant.
somebody call me?
You just hear in the
Get
bathroom
the-
you just hear in the bathroom down the hall. just headache vomits.
So
Turn those candles down.
I just want to know you're better off.
What? No, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
While
No
you were,
issues here. Just a little tired. A few little bumps and bruises, but I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah.
the armies of this town, city, are gathering.
Yeah, they
They've
should be.
been amassing in the last day.
Good, good.
Finally.
City's been busy. Been a weird stir about the town. They're bringing in the goblins from out north.
Oh, good.
They're moving them
Good to hear.
through the city. Should be happening tomorrow. At least beginning. They're recruiting for conflict. A talk of an upcoming siege is all over the market. What are we doing? Are we gonna stay here?
Like, what? I mean, we can't keep running, right? I mean, we can't just. Well, we've got I and my friends, like we're the ones that kind of brought everyone here. We can't just up and leave.
They're moving the goblins across the lake. That's the current plan. They're setting up camp on the southern end. And King is commissioning ships to ferry them across. We could go with them. Escape the siege.
What, and just hang out on the other side of the lake? While everyone else over here fights and dies to protect us? I mean, I can't do that.
Planning to fight? Approaching. She looks out the northern window.
I mean, we're not going to have a better chance than now, right?
Okay. I just want to discuss our... We still have each other. We wanted to get away from this city's war. Would be our only chance.
It's not just the war for the city is the problem. If these guys break through Valamir, what's to keep them from going and spreading their fires all the way through the continent, killing everybody in their path? Eventually, those things catch up to you.
You're right. Scared.
I know. Me too.
We've got to see what we can weather this upcoming war. In the thick of it, we do whatever we can. We should see if we can get the goblins.
Well, I mean, I thought that was part of like the deal. Like the goblins that are like of fighting capabilities were going to be assisting with the.
Right now, their plan is to protect their people move to the southern end of the lake. They're going to need forces to protect their women and children. Current plan, all the orcs. Not keep them within, the goblins leave to not keep enemies outside the Emerald Order will not. But they're giving them safe passage.
Well, then we need to speak to the Emerald Order. I think that was the plan in the morning anyways, to pass along our success.
Good luck. I think the king is on your side, but the people aren't.
Yeah, some of them counselors can eat a dick.
What's with the skeleton?
He's a weird guy, but he's kind of cool. Like, he helped us against the vampire, right? He was just like pulling bombs out and popping them in people's hands, like fully bombs. Lit and everything. He makes bombs,
and that's a good thing.
Well, I mean, he's on our, like, he was helping us, so
I suppose.
I mean, if he can make some more bombs for, like, the city defense, that'd be a nice, easy thing to, like, give the gods and just say, light a match.
So the city knows about him?
No, not yet.
He's just going to be staying in our house making bombs, then.
Well, that's the thing I actually need to talk to my buddies about. we haven't really discussed
You
him
hear
going
outside.
forward.
You hear outside. Okay, dog. Drop it. Drop it. No. No, this isn't a game. I'm not playing. This is not. No, I'm not. This is a serious tone. This is my serious tone. Drop it.
I'll poke my head out the door.
Peepers just in the corner just mimics Algernon's voice going, "Run, Patty!"
I'll poke my head out the door and say, "Hey, Algernon, how do you feel about making bombs for the city guards?"
I can do other things than bombs. But yes, sure, I'll make bombs for whoever needs it.
All right, deal.
Does it mean I get to
Put
go
my head back in.
outside?
Not right now.
Okay.
So the thought is, Algernon makes a bunch of bombs. We hand them to the city guards and say, when the time is right, light this fuse and throw. Don't ask any questions.
I think.
I'm kidding. I know they're going to ask questions.
I think.
We'll say you're welcome to ask questions, but I'm not going to answer any of them.
I think the guards would know how bombs work. I would hope the guards know how bombs work.
I think that plan could use some tweaking, crew. But I know you'll figure it out in the end.
Never claimed to be much of a planner myself. I like to live by the seat of my pants.
You're noble. That's all I need. And that ass, she smacks.
Oh, baby.
I can't imagine that feels good. Ice.
Just
You got a hard
Clink!
ass.
Just water on ice.
Oh, wet slapping sounds.
Oh, that means
You
that
guys
her hand
hear
is
wet
stuck.
slapping
That means
sound.
her hand is stuck. She can't remove her hand. It's okay. You just have to warm your butt up. With your
We're
fire,
not going to
that's
think about
all.
it. We leave that scene as you all turn into rest for the evening.
fade to black for Cruz and Brooke.
Sounds of Algernon chasing a dog around the house into the night. Drop it! Stop!
Hogs is gonna go to
Don't
sleep.
drop it.
I have a treat. It's laced in arsenic.
Oh, Jesus.
Guy just wakes up to a dead Patty.
Dog.
It's one way to get Algernon killed real fast.
Yeah,
You guys wake up, Algernon
Everyone else
is-
wakes up to gunshots.
You guys wake up. Algernon has his robes like hiked up to his to his thighs, like where his thighs would be if he went bones. And you can see his legs are covered in some sort of black substance. And he's like walking around like with his like robe up, going like, "Ah, the damned dog won't touch it if you cover them in oil. Ah, I've bested you, fiend." Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Why crude oil and not, like vegetable oil? Never mind.
Is there oil all over the ground?
Yeah, he's just like leaving a trail of like dripping oil.
Oh god. So guys
crude
gonna be
oil.
slipping all over the place.
But all right, yeah, we're having breakfast.
You guys wake up.
Um,
Algernon is. So I've spoken to your chef and your help. It seems that the young red-headed boy is quite terrified of me. Garlin, however, he is quite pleasant to talk to. Got many stories. Many stories. Turns
Get
out.
to it. Where's
What?
our help? Where's our help? What happened to the redheaded boy?
You think I
He's
ate
like,
him?
"Oh."
I'm so confused. What do you think I
Did you scare him off?
No, he's
Before
off
we
started off,
cleaning the
we talked
rooms or
to-
something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay,
And
well,
what
you
did you
started
do
it
to our
off. so
help?
I'm
And
like-
what did you do to him?
I want to be clear, guys. I am a nice skeleton.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I believe you. I thought you started off like he was like gone or something.
No, I just was telling you about my morning.
Oh, okay.
So what's your on your dock? You hear like a rap on the
So-
door as a knock comes.
Oh, okay.
He goes, "Ooh, company."
Like just as guy
Hey,
sits
Whirl,
down.
you should get the door, right?
You're
'Cause
gonna
you
put me in, like,
forbid
a
the help
closet
from
or
answering
something,
the
aren't you?
door.
Me? Right, sure. I'll get the door.
Well, I mean, we did forbid the help from answering the door.
Well,
You could probably answer the door now.
I think we don't need
They
to
don't
worry
know that,
about that
though.
so much.
All of them do. Yeah, true.
I can get it.
No,
Maybe
no.
you should stay in the kitchen.
You're
over
gonna
here.
stay out of sight of the doorway, actually.
Got it.
Algernon, tell me of your studies from last night.
He just like looks
Trying to
deadpan
distract
at
him.
you for like a long minute. Garland, finish up that story you were telling me. And he walks into the kitchen.
Perfect.
That
I
works.
go answer the door.
You go answer the door. Waiting for you on the other side is Alan. Dun dun dun. No, that would be great.
Number 1 and 2. Or number 2 and 3.
Moonbeam!
He's just wearing a shirt that says 2 on.
Oh,
It's a graphic tee.
so we did rest.
Yes, you guys have rested. You did not level up, though.
Okay.
I'm just hitting long rest. Because I was fully tapped.
I am drawing a blank here for.
And who's at the door?
Yeah, who's on first?
What's on second? I don't know what's on third.
Is it Lauer?
Don't guess
Marmy?
who it is.
A guy from the
didn't
around the
ask
corner.
Right.
Who is it?
Yes.
Is it Laumi? Is it the guy from around the corner?
Guy, that's a Walt you're talking to.
Is it Councilman Wasanti?
That's a broom closet. Why do either
Can I
druid
find
know what a
the-
broom
I cannot
closet
find
is?
the-
I don't
Oh,
know.
there it is. It's a collapsible folder. That's why I'm being.
Oh, hello there, Patty. I'm like petting Grovekeeper.
Beyond, on the other side of the door, you see Ivan. Ivan Stayanoga.
Oh, he's one of the king's advisors,
He
right?
is. I'm trying to see why my notes have gone all weird. I see like none of the notable people. Valamir on my list. Probably is because I've collapsed something.
The new king's selected advisor.
Good old King Valis.
Oh, duh. That's why I'm such an idiot. Okay. Yeah. Beyond is Ivan. You know, long, sort of, or shoulder length, brown hair. Stroked back over his ears, wearing a fine blue collared tunic. As you answer the door, he goes,
Morning.
he goes,
Not so loud.
He sweeps in suddenly and goes, hello. It has been some time. Looks you up and down. looks sort of over your shoulder. Where are the lot of you? You all sort of tending to the door?
Guy is probably
in the
staying
entryway
in the
somewhere, sure.
dining area unless everyone else is leaving.
Nah, you should sit down.
I'll slowly make my way over there.
I'll stay with Guy. Hogs is sitting in the seat next to Guy with his little legs kicking because they don't reach the ground from the stair. From the chair.
Who is it?
Looks like Ivan.
He shouts.
Ivan!
He shouts, "It's Ivan, the financial advisor of the king. We talked at your parade."
Oh, yes.
Whirl, you can let him in.
Yeah, he kind of helps himself in confidently enough. He steps past and in out of the street. He goes, he looks over you all. He goes, "I have heard word back from the council person, Orsic.
Brastic? Yeah.
Yes. He is currently in meeting with the other members of the Emerald Order, apparently reviewing you with them. He has already spoken to the king. I was in on that meeting.
What
How
did he
did
have
it
to
go?
say?
It seems you have slain this dark fiend and whatnot. Correct?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes. Not unscathed ourselves, but we did it.
Speak for yourself.
I do.
He is speaking for himself.
I'm looking the wrong way.
He goes,
I do.
Is he all
He
right?
is definitely.
Not
No.
even a little bit.
No.
No,
Well,
first thing once we leave, I want to see someone about all this.
That is, you should probably speak to councilperson with Monty.
Yeah, we
They
were
are
going to.
in the docks this morning.
Okay, good to know.
You should find them outside their
That's
church.
Pretty far.
Things
Excellent.
are getting busy here in town. The king
Really?
is fulfilling his half of the agreement as best he can. You do realize that is just a simple ferry to the other side with your folk.
Right, we wanted to speak to him about that actually. So yeah, the sooner we go and are able to speak with him, the better.
That is going to be difficult. A
Why?
meeting
To
with
talk
the
to
king is not something that is going to be easily bargained right now.
I mean, weren't we supposed to give progress to the king anyways?
That is what Orsic has done for you. You're far from trusted in circles.
By you.
No,
You mean?
far from it. I'm one of the few people who do
Yeah.
fight for you. I am closely associated with our Lord, and he also fights for you. We fight on your behalf.
We thank you, and we fight for everyone as well.
We are the few that fight on your behalf, unfortunately. But the king is powerful. So, if anybody can get things done, it is us.
Well, we have a few things that we needed to discuss, and I'll kind of look around to the rest of the group, kind of apologize for not bringing this up earlier. Didn't really have a chance. But first, we need to propose the idea of us using the forces that are capable from the people we're transporting over against
Yeah,
the
I
upcoming
mean,
horde.
If they're willing to fight,
If they're willing to
would
fight,
that
we might as well make
oppose?
use of these.
Ivan goes, he puts up a hand up. Phenomenal. That is part of what I've actually come to speak on this morning. You have saved me breath in this moment.
I mean, it was
anything-
amongst our.
Moving forward from this point on is off the books. The Emerald Order is going to continue to operate as a sort of hurdle to anything we wish to get done. They have agreed to help move your goblinkin cross the lake. This
But that's
is
it.
all the king has been able to muster. If, however, a mighty show of good faith was put forth from a large swath of warriors from the Goblin Kin, that may quickly sway people.
So we should talk to our people.
I bet we could get them to fortify the front lines of Valamir to slow the approach.
Moog.
Well, I mean,
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know about what we want to make sure they're not obviously getting put on the front lines just because they're.
Moog.
I mean,
God,
They don't have to be
Moog
there. I
agrees. He
say
goes,
just
they're not going to die or fight your fights. Not how they've been treated thus far. He says
No.
but they will
Ivan.
participate in the battle, I'm sure,
Ivan
if
goes,
shown mutual respect.
It's
like a
equals.
joint force.
Right,
Mhm.
yes.
I think that is
They're
the
not gonna be
best course
fodder.
of action. If you could muster a force to show up to the front line alongside our force, maybe just the symbol.
Do you think that the city of Valamir would be willing to help the goblins after then? Like give them some kind of
what choice will they
payment for
have?
their aid? Well, I mean, if they're shipping the goblins across the lake and some are staying, obviously they still want the goblins gone. I don't think it's fair just to have them fight this fight and then leave.
Well, right now the plan is to ship them off. If they choose to stay, unwilling to desert, it would paint quite an image. But I'd imagine your people are willing at this point to desert. I cannot deny how the Emerald Order has treated.
I won't lie. We haven't really talked to them in a long time. We've been dealing with all these
Very
politics,
busy.
so we should really check up on them. Yeah.
You should speak to them.
I
It's hard
can't
for us, It's
imagine.
hard for us to speak for them. in this
I
moment.
can't imagine the people of Brenfield don't want to go home, as well as the goblin tribes, but they've been pushed away.
I mean,
Ideally, after the battle, they can just return home.
Right
It's not
now,
much of a home.
have home.
he goes, I'm here for the sole fact to tell you the king is on your side. You have allies, but few of them. The way Orsic speaks of you is mixed. He has
Damn.
confidence in your strength, but questions of your conviction.
Yeah.
He describes you as weird.
Yeah. The fight.
I mean-
he was kind of coming in and out a lot while we were fighting the vampire, and it was kind of hard. I mean, fighting a vampire, it's kind of hard to muster up evidence in the first place. You know.
Don't mistake what I'm saying here. Orsic vouches for you. Mean well.
Mhm.
However, his counts are thorough. Mentions something about a skeleton.
I should ask, how thorough were they? Because he wasn't there for like half of it because he kept running off.
He
He mentioned
said nothing about running off. He did say he suffered from a rather severe fall, and some
Well,
yeah.
accounts are a little fuzzy.
nothing
he ran
about
off like he
chasing
ran away like
spiders.
5 times.
In the first encounter of the tomb, he ran after a bunch of spiders, and we didn't see him for, a couple
Hours.
hours.
His accounts seemed fairly,
Did it describe any sort of hellhounds?
there were no mention of hell.
It's because he wasn't there for that fight.
Nonetheless, he did mention things had been taken care of. Was he not there for that?
Things were taken care of, yes. Well,
Was
At
he
the
there
end,
for that?
he wasn't
No.
there. he was there for the beginning of the fight with Alandir, but then
That's
he
when
fell
he
in this
fell.
really big hole, and then we
had to
chased
chase him
after
down.
Alandir into like.
Has he ever expressed symptoms of having multiple personalities?
Or
This just will not.
well, he sort of looks at you confused. He goes, "No." However, did state that he witnessed you all slay the fiend. If that was a lie,
He was not there for that moment. However,
that does
there was
put
a
into
fella-
question the story that has been presented to the court in front of the king. And I may have to report the information you're telling me.
there was a fella that was strikingly
Have you ever-
similar to Orsic.
Have you ever heard of Noctis? The Night
Noctis
Owl
the Night Owl?
of Valamir?
The vigilante
The
of
vigilante.
Valamir.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Orsic.
Yes.
Well, okay, we don't know if it's Orsic,
It's Orsic.
Orsic?
but well,
It's
okay, so every time Orsic ran
What's-
off, Noctis would show up,
Orsic
and then
ran
Noctis
off.
would run off.
We
Yeah,
never.
yeah.
Literally,
the first
he
fight.
literally just like run away and
The
like
first fight,
disappeared to the
he just
darkness.
Ran away, and then when we were fighting the Hellhounds, Noctis showed up and helped us take them out. After we did that, we were like, "Hold on, we gotta go find this Orsic guy," and Noctis ran down the hallway.
And disappeared.
And we went back, and then we found Orsic.
Make a deception check.
This is true.
No, it's not.
I
You
mean,
shot.
persuasion?
You shot Noctis in the chest, and then he ran off. That's
Okay,
a,
no,
that's a
no,
huge
I'm
part of
describing
the.
the Hellhound part. I'm
At the
leaving
very
out that
end,
part.
that
Yeah.
is.
We haven't
Yeah.
gotten that far yet.
And he
I
ran
was
off
describing
from
the
a
first
different, but from a different angle.
Hey guys, this guy
no,
was credible
we're describing
as
the
of
first-
5 minutes ago.
encounter.
Right now we're
We're
No
describing the
longer
first
friendly.
encounter. We haven't gotten that far yet.
I mean, it's the same. It's the same check for me either way. So,
Make a deception
do I
check.
get advantage from Hogs jumping in and helping?
I don't have.
I don't think Hogs has
Oh,
proficiency.
no proficiency.
I'm
Okay.
just
And I wasn't
being
talking.
truth.
I could have.
21.
He goes, "Well, that's alarming information. Noctis has been a figure around these parts for hundreds of years.
Here-
Um,
Here's the thing. Whether or not the stories exactly matched, the truth is we went in there, we fought, we defeated the vampire. All of us suffered injuries, including Orzic. And here we are now.
I
That is
see.
true.
And we still have the looming threat of the Order on our doorstep.
Well,
That is also
it's that looming threat I've come here to talk of you today. The accounts of, well, mistellings to the king, I'll have to consider. You've all given me a lot to think on. I would recommend you speak to your people, figure out what you're doing. Within the next 2 days, they will be moved to the other side of the lake.
Can we still rely on the king being on our ally?
The king heeds your words and wishes to see the goblin folk safe. The king, people's happy.
Understood.
This city is about to go to war. And while war can be advantageous for some, in the long it's not for the city. I'd like to see this city survive. So if we could work together to see that happen.
So would I.
You,
I don't want to see anyone else's homes burned down.
If you need to get in contact with anyone, set up a meeting with me.
Okay.
King.
Wasanti.
How would we do so? Where do we need to go? Who do we need to talk to set up a meeting with you if we need to do that?
Have an office.
Got it.
Is that the same fault that like the guy was running around with his strappy things not done several days ago?
No, that was that's the emerald.
I know not what you refer to, but
It is not that. No.
Oh, there's this
What,
crazy
Valor?
guy running around with like guns, but he didn't have the strappy things lit, and the guns got lost. Didn't you hear about it? It's a big story in the
All
news.
over the news, yeah.
Guy like covers up his
The
guns
town
on him.
criers were like, they wouldn't show
you
up
know where
without
to
it.
find me. He turns and heads out.
Yes, please.
Thank you. All right.
Guys, that did not go
So-
well.
But I mean, I had
was
to just
fun.
kind of let you guys. I don't even know why you brought the stuff up about, Orzik. He was kind of helping us, and you kind of brought him into question now
Yes,
Yeah.
we may have just made an enemy of
To-
him.
to
It's
push
fine.
your own
Very
personal hunch that is
That was
unproven.
very bad. No, that was very bad. I mean, like, he's one of few allies that we have in the Emerald Court. Possible allies, and now...
But I had
Um,
no idea how to get you guys to stop, to be honest. So
Let's focus
But
on what we can do.
yeah. So if
we
we want to go
didn't
talk,
know that he lied, but, I mean...
but if either way, that's why it's always best to let the other person talk first.
I mean, he took a thing that was looking vampire-y
Yeah.
and went to go say that the vampire was killed. Here's proof. You guys kind of knew he was going to lie.
Yeah, he needed, because
I
they
didn't
don't
know.
trust us, so he's not gonna say they told me it's dead. He's gonna say I saw it die.
He went and
Yeah.
lied to the king for you, and you guys just sold him out.
It was a bizarre choice. Anyways, if we are planning to talk to the goblins and all that, I mean,
We should do
we-
that today.
we
right,
should talk
but
to something first, I think.
we also, at what point are we gonna go deal with the stuff for Guy? Like, I know you
think-
guys seem to be
yeah.
prepping for war, but we also have an ally that needs.
Yes,
No,
I
we
Pretty
think
should talk to
immediate.
something first.
Wasanti can help me with that, hopefully, and you all
That's
can
right.
go and take care of the other business.
I
Well,
can
do
take
it.
Guy, and you guys can go to the goblins if you want. Me and Guy can go to Wasanti.
Yes.
Sure, if you
What all
want to
did we
split
get?
up.
I'm gonna turn to the loot, because your shit's gonna cost money, Guy. I ain't gonna lie. It's expensive.
Yeah,
spell.
that is true. I do
Highlight.
have some reserve.
Hey, Algernon.
but-
Yes, yeah, oh yes. Can I come out now?
Yeah, you can come out.
What's
We
up?
knew about you anyways. Could
Oh,
you
You told me.
whatever.
I wasn't sure if you
did
wanted
you-
to know for sure.
Did you count what all we got here?
While I was up last night,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, what's the deal? How much we got? What's going on?
Well, I mean, most of it needs to be taken to some sort of, appraiser to be sold.
Gotcha.
But, in total, what we're looking at is, approximately, to a good seller, art and all, about 2,100 gold pieces.
Nice.
How
How much of it is in gold pieces
What?
or platinum?
Well,
How much of it is in coin?
Ready in coin? You could probably muster. He like rummages throughout. There's about about 1,000 gold here.
All right. Let's try and.
I do have
Um,
200 myself.
Yeah.
Just shy.
I could maybe take that out and see if we can sell it.
I think talking to the goblins might be a little bit more important, but afterwards we can do that. I mean, we could
Oh,
also Yeah, we can. Me and Guy will go there. We could bring. I mean, you guys can give us your money if you want, and then we can like just even it out later.
It's
I
most.
I gave
It's
you
most.
my money a long time ago.
That's true.
Yeah.
Chris, you got any
Yes.
change on you?
I do have some money.
Just,
Well, Druid still
have
doesn't
it-
fully comprehend money. He more thinks of
So we can
things
have it
being more
liquid right
valuable.
now. Yeah.
I have 542 gold.
Jesus.
You wanna, for
It's
Guy.
funny because I did just look at mine and it's just like zeros across the board. and
I don't
I'm
know
like,
how
hell
much
yeah.
it'll cost. I don't know how much it'll cost. So like, all
Here's
help-
here's 400. How about
How
that?
do you have so much gold?
I got it.
I want change back.
Didn't you buy a staff? How do you have
Okay.
so much gold?
We traded for the staff. We didn't buy
I
it.
did trade for the stash.
All right,
I
Guy.
haven't
I
bought
mean,
anything.
Good night.
I'm
And
holding
also-
the money,
Whatever
All of-
we
or at
All of
least
my
I'm
other
holding.
stuff
I'm
I've
holding.
stolen from someone.
Whatever
You
we
can hold
end
the
up
1,000.
doing, there's still also the army could just turn and cross the bridge to go to Glengrove. So this
True.
isn't exactly a one-sided fight.
Yeah, we need
So
to
whatever
talk-
we do, it also might be
Glengrove.
worth for us to head out at some point.
All four of you mark down 227 pieces of gold, just like gold pieces, like handed out to you.
220.
227.
Oh,
And
can
just
we
for
pull
like,
that all up,
what's that?
Guy?
Like
Can we
each
just pull that all
individual
up
gets
now?
227.
Yeah.
I'm just talking amongst the four of us. Could we pull that up for Guy? Because I have no idea how much this is going to cost.
You want to pool it up for him?
Like,
Yeah,
he
and then we'll
wants you.
split up. We'll split up the money after we fix Guy up.
Oh yeah. So
Here's-
227.
Sure.
Yeah. So like inaccessible gold that you can walk out of here with, you have like 904 gold.
Is that including Moog Gold or?
That. Ooh,
Moog
shit. Actually,
get
that's a
one as
great
well?
point. No. Sorry. 227 is not the right
less
amount there.
than. So less than.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely just take whatever Grovekeeper would get as gold coins.
No, you would.
You guys each. It's 156 gold coins each. But I mean, Moog is also going to pool his for.
Yeah.
Guy.
So
It's
156
Algernon who's also taking a pool of this. To be clear.
Yes.
He
So
was
we get
there.
780. We get 780 total on our cut.
That makes sense.
156 times 5.
Yeah. So you have 780. Pooled
Plus
into-
the 628 that I have now from the money that Cruz just gave Guy and what Guy had before.
Oh, I added Cruz's money to mine.
Oh, so
Wait, did I
did-
say 300 or 400?
You said
You said
400.
400.
400. Okay.
So I have
I mean-
228 then.
I mean, to be fair, this is just so you have accessible gold.
Yeah, we have stuff
Algernon,
Yeah.
that we can still do.
Algernon will give you his 156. He'll just be like, pay me back from once you sell the stuff.
Sure.
If
we
if
can
we
take
don't
Cruz will request money back if possible, but
if,
otherwise,
if we
Okay.
don't have the money
I-
for it and we do head down to Glengrove, I might know someone that can help, but that's obviously a whole journey.
How much was it? 156?
Yeah, so you have 936 gold right now from just this pile of stuff.
Cruz.
And then you're also all going to get another 200 gold once the art is sold.
Yeah. Cruz. I owe you Cruz 556. Okay. There's our IOUs. Are we cool with that? Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Guy. And then, Guy, how much money did you have?
I have 228 gold.
That's not counting the pot that we just got, right?
That's not counting the pot that we just got.
Cool. We have almost 2K to fix up Guy.
Okay.
I have famous strappy things to sell too.
Guys, whatever we do, we'll
Infamous.
also have to think about rations and stuff because
Yeah.
we used all that Grovekeeper had left.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
we
I've
are either eating good berries or
I've got some rations.
Don't worry, I can find food for us at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I also
All right, big guy, let's go.
we're also in a city.
All right, to see Wasanti.
Moog, do you want to come with us or you want to go with them?
Moo goes, I'll go with you and him. As he's
All right,
carrying.
let's go.
I'll go with my best friend.
Yeah, I can't really support his weight, so.
Yeah. I got it, don't worry.
Guy's like trying to lean on.
Lean on the hog.
Hog.
I'm like holding you up
Oh.
like this. Alright, let's go. Come on.
Yeah, I could walk like this probably for like. Oh nope. Okay.
3 feet.
Oh, Moog. Okay.
You guys move through the city streets to.
To be honest, we're all kind of going to the docks, right?
Yeah, you're all going to go to the docks?
Well, the goblins are at the docks, right?
All I know
No, the
is
goblins are out in front of
Whirl
them.
and I are supposed to go to the goblin.
They're
we're right
they're
out the
being
front gate.
moved starting today. So there's like this line that is
Uh,
cuts through the city right now that is starting to be like arranged for where they're going to wait once they're moved, and the moving starts today.
So yeah, we need to go find the leaders, Whirl and I.
But yeah, the city is busy for this exact reason. And as you guys move through the city streets, you head out the northern end, where your camps await. Or I'm sorry, yeah. So you guys are splitting ways then, right?
Yes, I
Some
believe
of
so.
you
That's
head
the
out
plan,
the north,
right?
Yeah.
while the rest head
Yes.
south. Okie doke. I cannot find the estate for the life of me, so I'm just going to.
This is all because Chris said it's fine. He said there's no vampire stalking us. We can totally do this.
Mm-hmm. It would be a really dick move for me to just attack you right now.
It would be.
Um,
Especially Guy just walking down the street gets just obliterated.
I'm just limping, already injured.
The same
Hey,
people that
bad
picked
things
on
only
Grovekeeper
happen-
on the first day when we were here. There's like, hey, there's that guy that's friends with that weird person.
Bad things only happen if I take bludgeoning, force, or psychic damage.
So
No
don't
big
get
deal.
punched in the face.
People never do that ever.
No one ever punches you in the face.
None of those things.
So, interesting. You part ways. Quite a commotion on the north end of the city already, as Valamir is in the midst of preparing for war. Combat is on the horizon, and platoons of soldiers currently march in unison through the streets. Preparing on the northern end of the city, half of the road is taken up by marching platoons and inspecting guards as they march down the street and ready various lines of soldiers. Occasionally carting their way up and out of the city are folks preparing for travel. A line of fleeing citizens gather their stuff and either head in or head out of the city. A number of guards checking belongings as they go. You have to wait in this line as you head out of the city. We jump first to the folk who have easier time moving throughout Valamir. Hogs and Guy, honestly, as you guys only have to deal with the pace of Guy himself moving relatively slow as he limps through the streets. But you move toward the docks to where you started your parade previously, where you see Wasanti's church, once more the set of stairs which lead up top. And you guys start like up the sort of like set of stairs, which are extravagant and large, as this big church sits on a mount in the city of in the center of the town square. And you guys start up the stairs as Wasanti, you can see, spots you over the ledge of the church and starts to head down, meet you at the center steps. You can see Wasanti swoops up in his fine white garb.
Hello.
Goes, hello. Are
We need
you?
serious medical help. Magical medical help.
Oh, yes, right to it. Hello.
Is everything all right?
Ah, yes.
No.
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 No, not really. But yes, overall,
What happened?
Alandir is gone.
That
And
is-
he took
He
with
has
it
a-
my strength.
That is
He has a
not good.
serious. I think he has like a serious concussion or something. He keeps complaining about headaches.
Yes, I've had an ongoing headache ever since the fight. Very sensitive to light.
He got really banged up.
Yes, and I've just all over soreness. You know, nothing, no grave wounds, but anything I do, if I try to help lift a door or do anything physical, ooh, it hurts a lot. No good.
Wasanthi goes, I see. Well, let's go on into the temple and we'll take a look at you. This way, and he
Please.
helps, sort of escorts you inside. He takes a moment to sort of run some tests on Guy as he sits him on this like stone slab off in a small quartered off corridor within this sleek stone
Ooh.
temple within.
If they
You
are,
have like a pillow or something.
You seem to
if
have
they are
taken.
medicine checks, I will help him with it, or something like that.
He does not need your help.
Okay.
And as you're like over his shoulder, he like bats you away. He goes, "Yes, yes, I see. Seems he's taken quite a bit of a hit to the head.
Yes, I'll say.
There's some internal bleeding. Well,
You should
going
see
to
the other
die.
guy.
I'm kidding.
Oh,
You'll be
oh,
fine.
oh,
You should just
okay.
rest up.
Ooh.
And if you take it easy, in a few months, you'll be as good as me.
A few months, we have a fight, like, tomorrow.
Who are you fighting?
Is this the
cult
same
of people
Wasanti
coming?
we've been talking to this whole time?
There's a cult of people coming here.
You intend to fight the siege for us?
I mean, we were gonna help, yeah.
Of course.
Noble, but also possibly the death of you in this state. Well, we're going to have to get you healed up. Going to.
Yes.
That's what we were hoping for.
This is, of course, not going to be cheap. There is a donation expected, church.
Of course.
Of course.
I could do
came
any
prepared for that
handiwork
sort of
if if there's anything
We
that
came
needs to be
prepared for
done.
this kind of thing. And I put up a hand to Guy, like, of course, I understand.
He goes.
Leaky faucets or
He like waits for a guy to finish again. He goes, well, the normal rate is rather hefty, but
you mean like a pie maker or
no, I do not mean like a pie maker.
like a lumberjack?
Would
Please,
you
Guy, please.
stop?
We're trying to help you here.
Lie down on the table and do not say
Okay.
do not say another word. Wonderful.
Oh, sorry.
You have lost parts of your brain, and for this, well, I have got to do delicate work regenerating bits that have, well, become damaged. If things go wrong, you may be a very different person. Relax. The donation will be 300 gold pieces.
100?
300.
Easy. I will give that to him immediately.
He touches your temple, takes out a dish, fills it with holy water, begins pulling out a number of different ritualistic elements, and begins casting a spell. You watch as Wasanthi begins to pray in a rather rhythmic and melodic tone. You can see as they begin to spin a sort of chanting prayer wheel within their hands, this like a ringing bell smacking back and forth as they spin it in their hands. Their chanting begins to hum throughout the entire place, and you start to feel a wash of warm energy take hold throughout your body, and both your ailments are healed. It takes an hour, this ritual. You guys are here, you have to hear his rhythmic, melodic chanting for that long, but over the course of this hour, the spell is cast. And you are feeling anew, guy. I need you, however, to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh. Okie dokie. Let me look at what that is even. Ah, good. +0. Oh, I missed my whole dice tray. Ooh, 5.
5. Okay. You wake up anew. You are feeling rejuvenated. A new guy, if you will. Wasanti goes, how do you feel?
Oh, good as new. Like I took the best nap I've ever taken in my life, actually.
Good.
Wow. 300 gold, huh? That's definitely worth it.
Yes, and just a little bit. No, you're probably fine.
What?
What? What?
What?
A little bit what?
What?
You were gonna say something, but then you said you're probably fine. What were you gonna say?
He's probably fine.
That sounds great.
Can I insight check him? What does he mean by
Make an
this?
insight check.
Why is he saying that?
Because he's probably fine.
Yeah, you get the sense that maybe this has side effects.
What kind of things can we expect from Guy coming up?
Ah, great things, I feel like. I mean, how many times have I skirted death? This is wonderful.
Make a persuasion check, Hogs.
$11.
Sometimes bits that grow back new need a little breaking in.
What do you mean by that? Like in what way?
That's ominous.
There's, it's hard to explain, especially when dealing with the mind, but he's probably fine. He's probably fine. I'm a skilled cleric. Been doing this many years. You not have faith in me, Hogs?
No, of course I do.
Whoa, hey, yes. No,
just healed
let's
your
not
friend.
go that far.
No,
Hi.
yes, we're very grateful.
By the
Thank you
kindness
very
of
much.
my heart.
Usman.
He picks up the donation bin, puts it below the...
Of course, we are extremely grateful. We would have been really deep up Schitt's Creek if it weren't for you. So
think all
thank you.
of that.
Yes.
Screwed, seeing that
You've done a great service today. Thank you.
we need guy-friendly back out.
Of course.
Yeah, Guy friendly. Yep. Thank you so much.
Of course. Go get him,
Yeah.
big guy. He,
Of course.
they
Thank
like
you.
smack
I'll
on the back.
shake his hand.
They meet you and see you out of the temple.
Looking over Guy, does anything seem weird?
Besides his vestigial arms growing out of his ribcage, he's fine.
Wow.
They're just like little baby ones.
That's how brain injuries work.
T-Rex hands.
That's how brain injuries work.
Have you noticed how the town has just a overlaying smell of shit? Interesting. Guy's just
What do you
noticing
mean?
everything.
What do you mean? Oh,
He just
okay.
he just smells city piss.
Yes.
Clearer now
All right,
that
I
his brain damage is clear.
Yeah, I mean that guy
You
literally
can really
just threw out a
smell
bucket of-
There's
how
just a-
foul
there's-
your city is.
There's just a drunken guy currently pissing nearby.
Oh, Uggs, you haven't showered in days, have you? Oh, me neither. Oh my god.
I literally showered last night.
Oh, you didn't. You went right to bed.
You're definitely just smelling yourself.
All right, well, that actually was faster than I thought. What do we do now?
Yeah, it was also not as expensive as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like really expensive. That's why I like tried to get money from everybody, but I mean, shit.
You mean you spent all the money you got from everyone?
It could be.
Hey, you want to go shopping? No.
Oh, I guess we could go get the things and go sell
I
them.
want to be clear. 300 gold is like
That's
a
a
lot of
lot.
money.
It's a lot.
like 2 fortunes for, you know,
That's more than most people see in years.
yeah,
Years.
Yeah.
their whole life. And you're just like, oh, 300 gold? Fine, just regrow my friend's
I thought it was going to be
Um,
like maybe 4 digits. I don't
1500.
know.
A hot G.
That's if you need something hollowed or someone brought back to life.
Yeah.
Never had to do that before.
But yeah, you
Had nice magic on you to make it so that it was way less expensive.
you
You're welcome, sir.
you guys head out back into Lockenhale. You guys on the or not Lockenhale, Jesus, wrong city. It's because I've uploaded the
Valamir.
wrong map. Valamir, yeah. I know where we are. But yeah, you guys head out and out north of Valamir, into the preparing military camp just outside the North Gate. You then span just west of this camp to where the goblinoids prepare and pack up their belongings. Who do you seek out within the goblins camp?
I'd probably search for the Brent. Well, maybe the Brenfield first. People first.
Whom in particular?
Maybe Nathan.
Nathan is nowhere to be found. You do, however, yeah, you're unable to find Nathan. You are how? Oh, jeez. Yeah, Nathan's the deputy anyway. You do find Dalen, however. He is currently in meeting with a official from Valamir. As you sort of wait along the outside, do you approach while he is in conversation? You do. I mean, you recognize Eldon Delavere. He's one of the first people you guys met when you arrived in town. He is a lieutenant, chief lieutenant.
Well, was that the person that I sent my Queenie over to?
No. This was the person you guys were approaching along with the people of Brentfield and warned, like, "Hey, we're coming with the people of Brentfield."
Yeah. I think this was
He waited
Yeah,
for you
yeah, yeah.
guys at the front gate.
Yeah, that
when
was
you
the same
first
person.
Okay. No.
That's-
It is not at all. When you
Yeah,
the-
when I-
No,
he
because
talked to
when we
Queenie.
were on the way south, I sent Queenie down to the
Oh.
gates to talk to someone.
oh, that's what you mean. I thought you meant the
That's
time you
who he
sent
was implying.
Queenie into
Into
the
the castle.
the castle.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, this is that person. You
Yeah, I'll kind of walk up, but I won't like interrupt them. I'll get like maybe 15 feet away and just kind of stop and wait.
you can hear Eldon is going, all right, so the current plan, we need you to have your people divided 4 different groups. Starting today, the first group this morning will make their way down to the camp in the south of Valamir. Along will make their way down to the docks. Once the second group arrives this evening, we will load you onto the docks to set out first thing tomorrow morning. That is when the second group will move town, or the third group will move through town. And by the third day, you should be all across the river. Dalen goes, Dalen, of course, a grizzled sort of human, this like large sideburns which go into like a beard sort of shaved in the center, scar down one side of his head, his hair long, his beard now unkempt. He stands there sort of nodding. He goes, right, okay, we have got we can get you one group ready to go within, probably, I'd say, can you give us 2 hours? My folk are still packing up their belongings. You kind of stand on the outside. Dalen looks over towards you. Cruz, how...
Oh, yeah.
Sort of looking back toward the lieutenant. The lieutenant gives you a nod. We are just speaking about our plans to vacate. Are you planning to be with any of these groups in particular?
We actually kind of wanted to talk about. Well, we had a few things we needed to discuss. Is everybody looking to go? Anybody wanting to fight, stay behind, and see what they can?
Dalavir sort of looks confused to the others. He goes, we will need a faster pace. We do not have time. It's going to take time to move such a group through the city and have a camp set up on the other side. You must see to your people a little sooner. He looks toward you, addresses your words, and he goes, we have no orders to ready forces. Our orders are to move you through the city and have you wait the camp within the docks.
Right, I understand what the orders are. That's not what I'm asking.
I
mean, are there
I'll
people...
leave you to talk with your sheriff here. But know this, I'm to clear out these camps by tomorrow
definitely,
evening so that
definitely
our forces can set up.
Yeah, we're all in agreement there, for sure.
He gives you a nod.
Right. Question for you. Should they decide to, would there be anything helpful to your forces come tomorrow when you arrive? Like trenches dug, barricades set up, anything of that nature that you might find helpful?
Make a persuasion check.
16?
He goes, we have intention to build trenches all along these farms and up into the road. From there it is barricades and pits. Probably some more trenches about half a mile out, if we have time.
Do you mind showing me exactly where you might like these trenches?
He goes, why do you ask?
We were thinking that perhaps a show of good faith from maybe some of our less highly looked at friends, kind of motioning to the orc and goblin communities, that if they were to assist in some of the defenses, perhaps their efforts and their desires to co-defend the town might be granted.
He goes, while I would greatly appreciate these lands trenched, I first and foremost need your people packed and ready to move. If they have time to aid, I'm not going to stop them. But I do not have time to watch over such activities. Focus first on the movement, and whatever else you can do to help out will be appreciated, I assure you that, but we do not expect you to fight just to be forced from our city.
Well, the hope is that should a sign of friendship and mutual defense be exhibited, perhaps maybe a forced exit may not be necessary.
He looks around. I have no such jurisdiction to make that call.
I know. That's not your
That
your
call
decision.
would have to come from fairly high up. But you may want to focus. He leans in and gestures over to a large teepee, which is still set up on like the edge of this camp, on the chiefs. They seem hesitant to
We're heading there next.
aid. If aid is found, though, I would not shy it away. Happy spread the word, what is given. But may be sparsely given. Looks back toward the team. I'll leave you to talk. You know where I'll be. He looks toward Dalen and looks back toward the camp of these arriving Valamir forces, and he heads over. Dalen looks toward you and goes, "What's on your mind, friend? What are you thinking?"
All right. Well, the expectation is they're going to cart all of you across the river. That's what the plan is right now. Once you're across the river, they're going to just kind of say, "Go on, get."
Well, they're sending them, and points toward the goblins, of course. The Brenfield people are allowed to stay with him.
They're letting you in. Well,
Yeah,
okay,
the
well, that's
Brenfield
good news.
folk, yes.
Just
but,
the goblins are kicked.
Right. That's not. I mean, that's not what we agreed to with the goblin folk. So,
What do you mean? The goblin folk,
well, no, we agreed that the fate of Brenfield would be the same as the goblins. So if Brenfield's allowed in the city.
Brenfield's allowed in the city. Brenfield is standing with the goblin.
Okay, so they are going.
You will find that some people are going across, some people are staying in some people are staying in Valamir. Some people don't want to be in a siege though, and some people are very much going with
Right. And that's fine.
Yeah.
If that's their personal choice, do what you want. If you want to leave.
Dalen will go, yeah, you'll find some people are planning to disperse within the city. Some people already have vacation homes and whatnot.
So, if perhaps the people of the goblins or if some of the people from Brenfield wanted to assist, assuming they can get their stuff packed up in time, we thought we might perhaps assist in building some of the defenses, maybe some barricades, trenches, as we can, at least get started on them. There's a sign of goodwill to the people of Brenfield, or to the people of Valamir, of our intentions to assist.
Dalen leans in. He goes, sounds like decisions have already been made, though. Are they? We're going to break sort of from orders by sticking around. How are we gonna do that?
We do
Just
have.
are we just intending to dig out trenches and go as we're instructed, or?
Well, if we can convince them, we do also have the king that is on our side. He's willing to vouch for us, but
Right.
we have to we have to get the goblins and them on board as well.
Dalen leans in. He
Right.
goes, I'm on board for this idea. I want to stay and fight. This is my home. But I also want to stand with the goblin. The problem we face is they're going to try to cart us out. If we try to break from that to stay and fight, well, they're going to, corral us up and move us. We want to leave a
Right.
force behind to fight. We're going to have to hide one away. Could be something we could look into doing. Y'all have a plan. He goes, this is my neck of the woods. They burned my town. I don't want to let them get away with anything else. I don't want to go across those rivers, or across that lake. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm in. The goblins are going to take some convincing, but we can come up with a plan to convince them. They may be open for a fight. But the guards are going to try to cart us across the river. We're going to be working against them to leave a force behind.
Well, we can talk with, I don't have his name because it's been so long, but I know we talked with that retired, like a former head of the guard. We can see if we can get him on our side as well, and he might be able to pull some strings to...
that Dragonborn, that war hero.
Yeah.
Person.
You can see him. You're talking Mistan.
Mistan, yes.
Yeah, he's well
He's-
respected. You might be. Able
He seemed to be pretty open with us the last time we talked with him, so we can see if maybe he can pull some strings, because we talked with Councilman Ivan about a joint force where they'd be working alongside the goblins. So it wouldn't be bad for you guys to still be here, because you guys would be encamped with each other.
He goes, Mistan has quite a bit of pull with the military. He's trained just about every guard in town. That's not a good contact to you. Not a bad contact to you.
So I think we should talk to the goblin leaders and then go looking for Mistan.
Right. Well, sounds like a plan. But what you need to also get sorted is what we're going to do when push comes to shove. Those goblin in there, they're quite competent at guerrilla tactics, and Lord knows the folk of Brenfield aren't no stranger to a tussle. We're down for, a surprise force when the moment comes. We just have to be smart.
Well, we should go figure out if we can convince them.
Right, I'll leave you to it. I gotta get people squared away here. If we don't get people moving tonight, they're gonna get mighty livid at us. I'll try to get everybody who's not a warrior part of this first group. If we leave behind most of the people on the second vessel they're planning to send out, that is on the day of the first attack that they're leaving.
Women and children first.
Women and children first. That's what I'll.
Right.
That's what I'll get on. And he starts heading off.
And also one other thing.
Yeah,
anything that isn't needed, if you can't get anything packed up, push it off to the side, like away. Make
Hidden,
sense?
hide it.
Nah, just kind of. If they can't pack up the shit, just shove it off to
Get
the
it out
side.
of the
so
way.
they're in the way.
Like,
Get it out of the way.
You got
Right.
it. We'll get this done. And he sort of runs off. Leaves you to handle the chief.
Break it down into
Just
sharp
before
items.
we go in to talk with the chiefs, I'm just gonna go ahead and cast Enhance Ability at 3rd level for... no, why did it... Oh, it didn't even have me pick. It just went for the HP.
It does that automatically.
But the Charisma one, obviously, Eagle Splendor. So both of us will have advantage on
both
Charisma
of you,
checks. Yeah, third level, you can do an additional creature.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some coffee. I'll be right back.
Quick break.
Quick bio.
All
All
right.
right.
I'm gonna put on some jam music.
Can't wait to cut back to Hogs and Guy at the strip club with
Just making it rain.
Guy's feeling the best he's ever felt.
We got paid.
Just
I've cheated that
Yeah.
3 times.
We're both like at the strip club. Guy leans over to Hogs. Man, it smells awful in here.
did we ever decide on a name
Grovekeeper Michael doesn't change. Still Pharaoh.
People keep handing him these tiny metal
And
things,
we're
and he's
back.
like, "The fuck is this?"
And then he just hands him the hogs.
And we're vibing.
Every time we go out and people ask him to pay for the bill, he just looks at Hogs like, "What's a bill?"
Welcome.
Who's Bill? Who's
Okay.
Bill?
You talk about William?
I'm gonna turn down the
We
music
back.
and get to business. We back, folks.
It's us.
You
The
approach.
guys.
You approach the
That
tent
is not our name.
of the chieftains as you walk through the camp of the goblin folk, the tribes of the scattered. You enter sort of the dark tent, a fire lit within, the smoke billowing out the top, the chieftains sitting around within. Blood pact of the chaste. Within sits Srovek, Clavrel, Cagnog, Trakel, Deek, Velkar lays on the ground, sat around the fire. Hey, Chuya. Welcome. You enter, pulling back the leather hide as you, Grovekeeper and Cruz, both enter the tent. They all exchange words to one another in Goblin. Do any of you speak
Not a lick.
One of them looks towards you. Moral speaks up. The monster, as he's known, the large, hulking form of this like massive, hairy goblinoid, sort of sat with his knees out before him, or elbows resting upon them. He just goes, "What want?"
Good evening. Morning. It's morning, right? It's morning.
No, not.
Good morning. We've come to see how you're faring, and to propose an idea to you.
with it.
Right. So they're trying to cut you off across the lake, right? Do you, for those of your people that are good fighters, if you would like to stay and fight and assist, we need to put on a show of good force, good faith.
Sorry.
And good force.
Oh, bless you. So, to do this, what I propose, for those of your fighting men that are capable, we head. There are some locations they would like some trenches and barricades
Moral
built.
spits.
Whoa.
A bunch of goblin is exchanged. Gobbledy.
Gobbledygook.
As you cannot make out anything they speak. And Zrovek sits forward with a chuckle. The chieftain. He leans forward and goes, after a long drag of his pipe, and goes, "Why should we fight? For these people and their walls."
Because you don't fight for yourself, or you don't fight for them, you fight for yourself. Listen, if these people that are coming to this town break through the walls, they're going to keep sweeping south, and you're going to have to keep running. At some point, you're going to have to stand and fight, and this place is as good as any.
Make a persuasion check.
At advantage, good sir.
Advantage 26.
He goes, "True. We could fight now alongside those who cast us out.
and save their puny hides, or we can use them as the fodder they intended to use us for.
Why not prove them wrong? Show them that you're more than just big bodies, fodder for the war. Show them what you can do. You have more to offer than just fodder to be cast aside. Who are they to decide that? Look at those muscles. Look at those menacing smiles.
They all look toward each other and they exchange goblin. Like what you hear, one of Drek says something in Gobbish. One of them responds. Another responds. They exchange words. Drovik speaks up as he puts up a hand, and they all quiet. He goes,
You speak flashy words.
Yeah.
They sound nice. Make sense. What do you think, shaman? Druid from the south.
looks toward you, Grovekeeper.
Okay, I didn't know he meant they had a shaman.
No, they shaman's another word for druid.
Yeah, I just didn't know if they had one.
Repeatedly by people.
I think this is as good a time as any to make a stand. I mean, all of you joined together in your retreat. You all used to fight each other, not alongside one another. This town might not have been accepting to you when you first got here, but as all of you have not only demonstrated by this union, but once you fight alongside someone, the bond changes.
Make a persuasion check as well.
Yeah. Good, because I have a +1. Dirty 20.
They all glare across the fire at one another. One of them speaks up in Gobbish, a short remark, as they all sort of nod to what is said.
You suggest more. Join the Blood Pact.
This would show them that you're willing to work with them. They might not cart you across, and you might be able to also join this town potentially, and then you would have your own walls.
What plan is it they have then? They intend to cart us across this lake.
Well, that's what we came back to. As their king has been talking with his advisors, it sounds like they want to take everyone from the goblin tribes and take them across to the southern side of the lake. And then you guys would be free to do whatever you choose. You'd still be fleeing and running, no doubt, because I doubt this war will come to an end with just Valamir. But if you choose to stay and fight and were able to push them back and hold the line, you would have a new place to call home, a new place to feel safe.
They do not intend to have us stand beside them on the battle.
Right now, it seems only the king and one other advisor are willing to accept that plan.
Then why should we give them our aid if they will not accept it?
Well, we are planning to go talk to a local hero of this town. See if we can get him to sway the guards that he's trained so vigorously. If we can get him on our side and to vouch for you all.
Sounds like so much is still question.
This is a sign of faith.
The Blood Pact will fight. We always fight. But we do not fight with those who won't have us.
Let us worry about them having you or not.
If you come to us with a plan, we will consider forces. But
Then
only if it means a fair fight.
Of course.
So be it. We will go continue gathering our allies and come back for you.
They all exchange looks and a couple of words.
In the meantime, those of your tribes that cannot fight should travel to the other side of the river or over to the other side of the lake where they will be safe during the battle.
We will ready the weak.
For those that can fight, if you are willing to begin this show of good faith, I'll describe to him where he said the trenches and barricades needed to be built. And say, this is what I was informed by one of the generals as them needing.
You wish us to work?
Make a persuasion check.
25.
He goes,
We will keep our hands busy as a show of good faith.
It is appreciated.
You have not guided us wrong this far. Do not change that.
he gives you a
My
nod
word is
and
my bond.
dismisses you.
Good.
You leave the chieftain's tent.
Yes.
The pair of you. You can see the camp is getting busy as Dalen is sort of barking orders to get people prepared. You can see one of Moral follows you guys out the tent and starts issuing orders as some of the goblins follow. You can see the town is the camp is already in full affairs. The camp activity doubles since you guys arrived as more orders are barked and given. And the north of Valamir is in uproar currently as soldiers work preparing a battlefield for approaching forces over the hill to the north. Only 2 days travel out, arriving any day now. Scouts can be seen on the horizon. Horses stand off on the distance in pairs, looking down the hill toward Valamir. Enemy banners on their back.
Can I just wave at him?
You wave at them. They ride off. They just turn and ride off over the hill. The forces approach.
Well, where'd they go?
A few hours later, do you guys hang out around the camp during this time?
We need to then go find. Again, I forgot his name, and I feel bad.
Sean.
Miston.
Yeah.
So he probably
Did we
wouldn't be
have
at the
also,
camp.
By the way, that like Peepers is with us or something, like with Guy and me.
I mean, sounds reasonable,
But you didn't.
All
but
right.
we didn't. I mean, either way.
Off to go find him.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can do that.
Yeah.
Tell them that we're looking for Miss Dawn because Peepers can talk to you.
Cool.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception
I
check.
don't know.
for people.
I don't know what the timeline is. Like. how close
Pet. You do not have advantage because you get mimicry. 12.
Yeah. You send peepers off. Where are you guys heading?
We were gonna probably just start heading north to meet up with them if possible.
Yeah, I think we're heading back to meet up with them.
Just to
Yeah,
go towards the goblin tribes because that's where we know they went.
Definitely. You guys, I mean, you can see them moving through the city, north through Old Town.
Hey, yo.
Peepers lands and just shouts, Miston! Miston!
Miston? Are they going to Miston? Seems like.
Yes!
Yeah? Okay, cool.
I think it's saying that they are going to Mistan.
I'm so
Brain
glad
damage!
you're back. I'm so glad you're
No
back.
cure!
guy.
I'm messing with you. Okay, let's go.
All right.
You, Peepers is now with you.
Yeah, I was like, you can stay
You guys
there. I'm just gonna
regroup
hang
at
out.
the, yeah, so you guys head out from the camp then and regroup at the keep?
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds like the plan to me.
Sounds like a plan indeed. We rejoin our heroes meeting outside the gates to the military fort. Sorry, I am having a fucking hard ass time trying to find where the map to Valamir is.
Yeah, it's a.
It's happened.
It is.
I just went to Estalosia and was looking there.
Yeah, that's nice and all, but I want the
Mm-hmm.
city map. Yeah. I think.
I will say, I still think of the house. It's just a rave, like just
It is
just
it
an
does look
absolute
like a rave.
banger happening at the house.
While our butler is freaking out from the skeleton.
Skeleton's like, I told them I could do more than bombs. He's just making strobe lights.
He's just he's like pouring shots behind the bar. He goes, "Hey, it's a party! To beat out of the crypt." And he like goes running off into a closet. And he goes, "You're no fun." There's like music playing. It's just like a prestidigitation cantrip. He's like house music.
Oh god.
The neighbors are like, I'm pretty sure I'm seeing a skeleton in that house.
No, it's a Halloween party.
They have really, really accurate decorations.
Oh boy.
Just set up some cardboard cutouts to dance in the window. If it worked for the guy from Home Alone, it's gonna work for us.
We just Home Alone in the shower scene.
Just the same dance move over and over again, over and
The
over
same
and over
clown
and over.
inflatable.
The Valamir map. Anyway, I can't even find it in my files. That's the part that's killing me. Maybe? Oh, that's the thumbnail. Okay, well, matters not. You guys head to Miston's house, where you can see he is still in the midst of training yet another, young trainee. You can see he is currently on his back foot as this trainee is quite adept at swordplay, and as Miston is currently like batting away attacks on either side of him, you watch as he is being forced back by the edge of the sand pit as you guys approach.
It's been over an hour since I cast my spell.
As you cast
Enhance ability.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
I would imagine we walked around.
Yeah.
Can we also say that like we were able to like regroup outside of the fort and like catch me and Guy up to date on what the two of them talked to the goblins about,
Yeah. If you.
Yeah, if you caught up with us.
if possible.
Yeah, you guys are regrouped.
Just
so-
like outside, like we just like regrouped and like.
You guys are regrouped before approaching Miston, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna use another level 3 spell slot, but I'll enhance Whirl's ability.
I could do it. I mean, you did you already use the spell? I can use my.
I mean, I was just gonna use a level 2.
Yeah, sure. I'll
enhance Whirl.
Okay, I'll do Guy.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if
sounds
other
good.
people are talking.
You know, I'm feeling great now, so
But
Yeah,
I'm
guys,
right back
looking
to
good,
everything.
guys. What do you think?
Yeah, hey, how's it going?
Guy. Right
We'll
out of the shop.
as good as
re-up
new.
your.
The guys are back together.
So
That's not
you
true, but you could fit so many bad choices in this bad boy, and I pat his back like a car dealership.
hold on. There's only one way to make sure it's actually Guy.
What
How
do you
are
mean?
your strappy things?
Oh, they're always secure.
The current state. This
What
is-
are you talking about?
I'm sorry, I don't know where he went, but this is not him. The guy I know.
They're made for protection. They always stay down. It's an easy release if you pull it the right way. It's not really.
Just had to make
Mistan,
sure.
As you guys catch.
Yeah, we're gonna go look for Mistan, see what he's up
Right.
to.
Yep.
See if we can't get him to help us with convincing the guards to work with the goblins.
Well, let's remind him that the goblins have a lot of force that they can bring all at once. And depending on what we do, I'm sure we can use them as a surprise.
Well, we should knock on the door. Or, well, no, he was getting pushed back. We should wait till his training exercise is done.
You guys approach. As he, pivots on his back foot, you watch as he turns, twists, and uses tail to trip the man as he goes in for a swing. And as Mistan twists and turns, he turns about to you all and goes, "Ah, hello." You watch as this trainee trips and falls out of the sandpit and slams his face on the ground. As Mistan
Can I
goes,
try and catch him?
yeah, definitely. Make a dexterity save.
Princess catch him. Princess catch him.
Yeah.
Guy
Dexterity
is
saving.
back, baby.
That 20.
You grab him by his shirt as he like almost breaks his nose on the hard stone next to the sandpit. And Mistan goes, "You've got to be quicker on your feet without overextending. It was fast footwork, but too fast, not refined."
I'll give you a tip. Stay on the toes. If you put your heels down, you'll get off balance instantly.
You can see the young man thanks you. Dismissed. Get some water. He runs off. Mistan looks towards you all and goes, "Ah, I heard you were successful on your task."
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll go to shake his hand. How are you, Captain Mistan?
I am faring well, preparing for, well, combat. My superiors tell me I'm not expected out on the front lines, but I'm not going to let my men fight without me.
You know, it's funny you say it like that, because we have some people who feel sort of the same way that we wanted to talk to you about.
Go on.
Forgive me for getting straight to the point, but, our friends out in front of the gates, they didn't come here to ask for protection. They came here to ask for help to defend themselves, and defend themselves they want to do.
Right, and as a show of good measure, they've actually agreed to begin assisting with building some of the fortifications that are required outside the main gates while they're waiting for those that need to be transported across the lake.
Yes, with our help, of course.
Right.
So, what they are wanting is a mutual partnership in this defense for Brentfield, or for what the fuck city? Valamir.
Valamir.
I see. And you're suggesting what exactly?
Well,
allow them to assist with the defense.
yes,
They are hardy warriors, and they are very vicious up close in combat.
He looks.
You would be foolish to deny their assistance in the upcoming battle.
He
and
goes,
these people, the guards, they all adore you. You've trained each and every one of them. What
"Right.
you say,
You
they will do.
understand this isn't my decision, though, right? I am
Right,
one
but-
member of the council, and the council is
You
voted.
can
We do have
greatly
Ivan backing us, and he was telling us that the king was also interested, but we're still trying to.
Right, but the council has already deliberated.
They can deliberate again.
Well-
Do you? I mean, I'm happy to vote on this behalf, but do you have more than myself in agreement?
You, the king, and
Ivan.
Ivan, that guy.
Anyone else?
We might be able to get Laomi. Was he in the council? I don't remember.
We have
Laomi is.
Wasanti on
We
our
might
side.
be able to get him.
Wasanti.
Laomi
That's
and Glanig have
Wasanti
been...
and I vouching for you is only, well, that's only two of us. We would need a majority rule to be able to allow a force alongside our own on the battlefield. I tried advocating for a joint force letting you inside the wall under the premise that they would fight alongside, but it was put forth that an unpredictable allegiance between unknown allies is more of a more of a hindrance than a boon. I tried to argue this point, but it got shot down by more persuasive council people. If you can convince them, we can do a rushed vote from the Emerald Council, but you would need to
Who needs to be convinced?
majority of the council. I mean, I stand on
Or
your
who
side.
were the
Land-
more vocal names against it?
Laomi,
Laomi,
we know, is one of the big ones.
Adim,
Let me add him.
Har, yes.
Shadowcloak, Dabbledob votes with the majority. And right now that is on the other side.
I know how to get Shadowcloak.
Glanig
Let's-
as well votes with the majority, and I believe Wasanti tried to get them on our side, but still, the convincing arguments from Laomi and Adim were overwhelming.
he leans
Let
in
me-
and he goes,
The council are a bunch of bureaucrats. They're going to impede this path.
So let me ask you, warrior to warrior, would you turn down an ally in the heat of battle?
Never. Not true allies. The enemy of my enemy.
Then anticipate help on the front lines.
What do you say?
Nothing more. Anticipate help on the front lines.
make a persuasion check.
Sure.
Does he get
At
advantage?
advantage, Did
He does. I
From Hogs, yes.
Yeah, you already have
Okay.
advantage. Yeah. I'm like, yes. I see. what you're asking now.
it's like okay, like a 17
17?
or 14.
He goes,
Look, you're planning something. My orders are to escort your people across the lake. I don't want any harm coming to any of my men.
he's walking away.
Oh, that's right. We wouldn't expect it.
But to make
But
sure
if they
that doesn't
were-
happen, communication is key.
I'm just saying if. Well, I think what
He
Guy
gives-
is
he gives
saying
like
is
a
if you
wink.
have
He
to
just full on gives a wink
transfer.
there, indicating that he is on board for a plan.
like a more
Say,
scheduled
for
time where we can
instance,
work
if
together.
a large portion of the goblin armies disappeared. Oh no, where'd they go?
That would be a lot of people to disappear that easily. Not being seen would be hard.
Mm-hmm.
However, if, I don't know, guards were clumped up on one side and weren't paying close enough attention, suppose they could lose such a large number of goblin. It's feasible, but seems unlikely.
Say we had some. Say someone might dig some extra trenches on the eastern side of the battlefield that maybe such a large force could hide out in. Until the time is right.
Say there was a way. You would need, someone would need to coordinate a large group rather quickly and efficiently for a crowded city, busy day. That would be hard, very difficult for someone to do. May take a couple of people.
We have a couple people.
What are you saying? He's like looking around to see who's listening. One, you guys want to come in for some tea? He says as he gestures to his house. Yeah. You guys enter his home. Quietly, as you do, he says, along the lake, the eastern side of the river, there is an abandoned boathouse. Under a hatch in this boathouse, there are a set of tunnels which run through the city walls, past the gates, used for getting important folk out of the city limits and into the forests nearby. Could be a useful tool in the upcoming days. If somebody were to wait in these forests with a numerous force, powerful force, we could have a advantageous flanking opportunity in our midst. You watch as he draws out on sort of a map he has, simple plans that he's been running over. We prepare a hold here. Their forces are likely to push on all fronts down the hill and surround. The eastern front is the best opportunity to strike. If when they pince, we can close in from behind, we can break their forces and maybe drive them back.
Hogs will come up beside him and start copying his map in a way in his own notebook so that he could have we have a copy each of the plan.
What we're talking about is risky. If you break orders, someone may get hurt. Either side. If that
not-
happens, will we stay the course?
They're not unfamiliar to wars and what happens in a battle.
We have lost numbers on our journey here. We don't expect to stop losing them as we continue.
But they also understand the importance of making a stand.
We
We'll make
just don't
sure
expect to be
If
bait.
push comes to shove, something happens. Everyone knows what is truly at stake, who the real enemy is. He points toward the map. This plan could work. This may be just what we need to turn the tides.
I think so. I'm not gonna lie. I think if it's either one of our forces alone, I think they lose. And I think we both know that. Inevitably. Eventually. The amount of time it takes can vary, yes, but I
He
think
leans in.
together is the only way that we come out on top.
I could not agree more. And it is for this reason that I think someone on the Emerald Council is working to see the fall of Valamir. I do not know who. But to me it is obvious that this fight is a losing one. Yet none will eat the word. Bureaucracy is one thing. But I think this is
idiocracy.
I think this is worse. This is evil.
Well, there was, just a vampire involved in whatever that raven monstrosity is. There's a lot of ill omens right now. So it might be best if we do, ask for forgiveness later.
You have my word. We are fighting for the same cause. The people
Thank you.
of Estalosia.
Thank you. We'll be sure to inform our side.
I will let the guards know. I will make sure the eastern front is thin.
Quite a nice night to play cards.
Won't take my men much convincing.
Pretty sure we've already caught guards doing it in this campaign.
You guys,
But yeah, so are we gonna
Mr.
then?
Surfsty. I mean, you guys hang out with Mr. for a bit.
Are we then gonna go back to the goblins and inform them of this hypothetical?
Yes.
I don't have the right spell to help out move a bunch of people today, but tomorrow I could prepare a spell that makes it easier for us to hide. But if we want to try to move some people tonight, we still have to convince the goblins.
Yes.
Um,
True. Yeah.
You guys head back to the Goblin Camp then? Back out of town?
I believe
That's your
so.
next destination?
Yes, back to the Goblin Camp. That's
Got
where I'm gonna head.
Okay, you guys head back out of town. You have to wait in the line. The day gets, as the day goes on, it just gets busier and busier on the northern end of town. As a impromptu military camp is being set up outside the northern gate.
Yeah.
A group of goblins are being moved through the streets. People are watching in full. It is cramped, crowded, and hard to move throughout this city. You guys are busy. You got places to be, so you're trying to push through.
We're real
you have to
big.
wait in a really long line every time you want to leave the city.
Yeah.
Do you try to get past this in any way?
Leaving it kind of up to you guys. I have a kind of easy way to get past a line.
He's just I'm about to turn into a bird right now.
No, I
Yeah,
can't fly
I
yet.
figured-
I need to be level 8.
I know.
I could turn some of us invisible.
But you still won't be able to physically get through.
Well, we can sneak across.
Wasn't it just like a problem of like bodies in the way?
We don't have to.
I mean, it is very crowded. That is part of the problem. You would be bumping into.
Could we try and like find a different way out though? Like,
What do you think
just
walls
sneaking out
were?
of the city?
I mean, I can literally grab someone and thunderstep past everybody. Yeah. I mean, it's
That's really
90
NPCs.
Doesn't it deal damage where you take off from? You know,
Yeah,
the
within
crowded
10
area?
feet. I would like get
Everybody
into like an
back up,
alley.
Back up, please. I am going to cast some magic. This was the guy who entered.
You start getting a
This was the
crowd
guy who
surrounding
entered
you,
under secret
please.
Identity. I want to be clear. He went
Yes.
from "Hi, I'm Whirl," totally just some guy, to "Back the fuck up, I'm about to bamf." What a character progression.
Right. I could fireball the whole crowd.
Oh goodness.
Clear the way. Effective.
Yeah, that's all I've got.
I mean,
Okay, you guys
I
are
don't-
waiting in a
yeah.
line then, it seems.
don't really have any way
I can
to help others.
Boo goes,
can I shout important business, get the fuck out of the way, and just get trying to move through.
make a
Guidance on them.
make a persuasion check.
I'll give you guidance.
Probably not an advantage anymore, just
We're
regular.
not giving him guidance right now.
No?
Are you?
Yeah, sure. If he's like, I got an idea.
Totally forgot I have that cantrip.
All right, guidance with the guidance. Let's see. 13.
A group of 4 guards walk up to your group and go, "Sir, please stop yelling."
My bad. We're so sorry.
I grab Hogs and thunder step away.
Oh my god.
They stop you and go, "What is your business?"
We have important.
You're making this so much worse.
Never mind. It's not important. We'll wait
What's
in
your-
line. We're fine.
What is your business?
We have important matters to discuss with the tribes of the goblins out there in order for the safety of the city. Me? I'm Whirl. I've been working. I've been in the city for like what, a week now?
Make a
So
persuasion
every
check.
guard should know me.
You should know me. 15.
Whirl of. Are you part of the tribes?
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Yeah. No, we are. Yeah. We are.
Yeah. By proximity.
We're
by
the
association.
ambassadors.
We threw a parade the other day.
Right, yeah, there's a parade. I talked to the king. He was there. Like, you see that whole like spectacle? I was up there with the king. We did that big old hunt. We set up
This
the hunt.
guy got dropped like hundreds of feet by a giant bird.
Yeah, this guy was dead.
Yeah, multiple
Holy
times.
guy.
Yes.
Just dead.
I'm great
These
now.
guards just exchange looks amongst the 4 of them. They're just like. And
I don't
look
know what's
back at you.
happening. I'm so sorry. My neighbors were fighting. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. The guards just like all exchange looks and look at you, and they go, "Next time, how about you come up to the gate instead of just start shouting in the crowd?" Out of
Yeah,
the
we'll try
way,
that next
part
time.
ways,
Sorry.
important business. The guard shouts as he parts the way.
Right, that would have been. I'm gonna follow him as they move to the
Yeah,
crowd.
we're gonna-
cart
we're
you
gonna
guys
go.
through. You are carted through to the other side where the chief lieutenant is. The guards like approach. He goes, "Are these ones with the tribes?" The chief lieutenant. He goes, "Yes, they are.
Hey, how
They're
you
with
doing?
them." And lets them through. He goes, "You can, give your information to the guards, and they'll let you through."
Yeah, we figured that out.
Okay. You
We'll do
are
that from now on. instead of yelling.
recognized as individuals of the. Okay, I just.
Okie dokie.
I'm very
you.
busy, so if you don't mind.
You are also recognized as Grovekeeper's just like you are also recognized as an individual before they leave.
You
We both start to walk off, but like awkwardly in the same direction for like 20 feet.
you head off toward the camp, where on the where Dalen is sort of issuing off sort of the last of a group for the day. He goes,
How's everything on the land front?
Real hush hush.
No, I'll leave you to it then, unless you need me in the tent.
Well, all there people from Burnfield that are wanting to hang around and fight. Like, what's the feeling on the Burnfield front?
Well, we got some folk who are hanging around, digging some trenches, helping out. Most anybody who can't help out has already been on, though. So it's only able bodies, if you know what I mean. Gives you a wink.
Mm-hmm. We
Good,
could
good.
move the Brenfield folk to this location that we know of. We just need to be, sneaky about it. Like, not just like an obvious large group of people going through town, but we have a certain building.
What are
that
you on
we
about?
gonna go to. We have a certain building that we're going to go to in town.
No, there's no one in town. They just need to head to the east of the gates, right? They don't need to move through town.
That's right. Yeah, sorry, not through town, but
We're going to be
There's a-
moved through town in a group under watch. We'll be
Right.
camped in the docks.
But you all need to move this way. Those able-bodied men that say aren't gonna want to go across the lake should head over to the boathouse over here, where there's a tunnel underneath that they can travel to the woods and hang out there until battle starts.
right. I'll let anyone know
But look casual as you're moving.
who wants to stick around Brenfield. I think it may be best we start thinning our numbers a little early around
What?
these parts. But we're gonna finish up work here today. You're probably gonna stop seeing most of the Brenfield folk
pretty soon.
tomorrow.
Good.
That sounds good.
Is there anything we can do to help expedite this process?
I mean, we should probably
Weaponry.
scout out ahead as well. Make sure there's a.
Everybody's got their own wares, but if you've got something you can really supply us with, it'll really
Well,
lighten
I
the
don't
load.
too much, but I can offer this, and I'll hand over a sling with bullets.
This is
Oh,
I think he's
Dylan
talking.
he goes, this is like a joke, right? You're joking with me.
I'll hand over a short sword and 2 daggers.
Are you all? I meant like
Hundreds.
like a lot more than this.
Oh,
Yes,
right.
but I mean, 1 is better than 0, right?
We can
He
see
tucks
what we
it
can
into his
do.
belt with a lot of salt. As he goes, yeah.
Well, if you don't want it, I'll
sup-
take it back.
I suppose that'll keep us alive.
If you don't want it, I'll
We've-
take it back. I'll give it to somebody who
Nope.
wants to use it.
We've been working on this plan with Mistan. I'm sure the guards could misplace a couple weapons.
I want to see to it that they do, or see if you can get
A shipment loss.
well, I don't know, see if you can buy something.
True. We could do that too.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
nothing
also, speaking
suspicious
of that,
about us
is
going
there
to
any
go buy a
change?
bunch of weapons.
Was there any change from
Ooh. It's real expensive.
yeah, was it?
I mean, look at Guy. He looks really good, doesn't he?
He does. Insight check that.
He looks perfect.
It was real
I'm not trying to
expensive.
lie. Yes, there's a bunch of change. It didn't cost much at all.
It was real expensive, you know.
Oh yeah, of course. You're I actually didn't need to take any of your guys' money. We could have covered it totally ourselves.
Oh, so I'll get all 400 and one back?
Yeah.
Plus the
Yep,
extra
just the
100.
400, right? Just the 400, right?
Plus the extra 100 and whatnot from the.
Oh,
from
yes,
the thing?
yes.
Literally just the 400, not the 556 that I have written down for you. No. Yeah.
556. That's how much I get back.
Yes, because that's your 400 plus your 156 from.
Okay.
From the
698.
Guy, I'm open to splitting your regenerative costs just 50-50 with you if you want.
Yeah, perfect. I'll take away 150 from my total.
Well,
and that's with the 156,
I will
right?
say-
So I add
you
6.
gave me all your money, right? So you could just take back.
You just give me 6 gold.
If we are gonna go buy a bunch of weapons, maybe don't give them the real name. We don't need them going like, hey, why are these adventurers buying hundreds upon hundreds of weaponry?
Moog just goes, I'm pretty sure if you just give a blacksmith a bunch of money,
He'll be happy.
I'll give Moog his 156 that he was owed as well.
So, I mean, I'm gonna leave that up to you guys as well, because you have all the money.
My girlfriend messaged in chat, hydrate or dihydrate.
We love that.
I love that.
Here we go.
I imagine she's holding a knife.
My water's empty. I'm sorry.
I guess you die.
I guess I'll hydrate then.
You guys start to head back into town then, or what's the next course of action?
No,
Oh, you still need to go. Talk
we need to go
chiefs.
talk
Yeah.
to the chiefs, which right before we go in again, gonna just do another 3rd level enhanceability
Sure you
for
would.
myself. I'm doing it for myself and Whirl here because I believe, like last time, I might have to speak with the chieftains and whatnot. So I need the advantage.
I'll do 3rd level for me and Guy.
But that's why I'm doing it, because last time I had to roll, and you never know if you're going to need to again, and I am not persuasive.
Eagle's Splendor is canonically just a forward-facing fan.
Man, we
I gave
both.
Moog his
just
156 gold.
You guys enter once more with the chiefs. You can see it is now much less crowded in here, but Zrovek still sits talking to a number of the other chieftains. Cagnog the White sits within the room as well with his
Nice.
fur donned upon his head. Velkar is within here as well.
The goodest of boys.
He just sits up and goes, the pack has returned.
Oh, welcome,
His
mate,
mighty
welcome.
pack.
Start scratching him.
He goes,
You're
starts
such a
beating
mighty
his foot.
beast. You're such a mighty beast.
Up a little.
To the left.
I start like tiptoeing to like reach high enough because he's so big.
What? Zrovek says, what is it? Speak.
Right. So we found out some interesting information. So unfortunately, the council cannot vote again on your participation that before the battle is going to come. But we don't need them to. We can say, fuck the council, we're going to kill some fuckers anyways. We found out some interesting information. There is a boathouse with a tunnel in it nearby that leads off to the woods where your fighting men could wait and upon appropriate time launch an ambush and a nice flank upon the Order of Averex when they are not expecting it. Allowing you all to show off your fierce fighting men, and the bloodlust that they have, and the viciousness in the death and glory of battle.
Do not patronize us.
I'm not patronizing anything. Everything I say is of true belief from what I've seen of your people.
We ready for war. What
And war we will
approaches
have.
is long awaited. If we are to do this, we will not do it unprepared.
You will not be unprepared. That is why we make the plan now, so we can do the preparation.
We need weapons.
We are working on that. We have recently acquired a decent amount of funds that we can use to arm you.
We will make sure there are weapons. All we ask is that we discreetly start moving some people.
We need supplies.
What, just food or...
Lumber.
Lumber.
Food and lumber.
In the trees, in the woods. Actually, would you be able to get your lumber there?
We would need ready. We will begin prepping machines of war.
I
How long will this take?
I was actually gonna plan, if we do this, to kind of stay out in the forest with those people. I could try to start getting preparations going out there if you guys want to start getting preparations in the city.
You would need
For
more
weapons.
hands to prepare the lumber we require. But it would ready us for a battle worth fighting. Not one of a slaughter. We are more than just savages. We
This is
will
true.
destroy those that have taken so much from us.
This is true, but we are kind of going under the table with these dealings and tactics, so you can understand that it would be suspicious if we were to be seen moving lumber about the city in such quantity.
You have us in forests. Send workers to prepare lumber
Right.
for our arrival.
We can do that, yes.
If you've made friends, use them. We need to make a break for it. We will not have time to prepare, but we will set up these trenches as we evacuate.
Understood.
If
We demand preparation as well.
now,
Under the table, as he says. What are you saying?
let me pose the question to the group, because the soldiers of Valamir already planned to dig the trenches. It sounds like these mechanisms of war are very important to your people. If that task were to be lightened from your burden, would you be able to gather your own supplies from the
How would we
forest?
do this in secret?
There is no secrecy. You're in the forest. You get the supplies, you build it. They have no control over
Is
what
this
happens
not
outside their
a-
walls.
Plan in secret? I am confused.
Yeah, what are you suggesting, Guy?
I'm suggesting that they just go, like, instead of digging trenches, they can go and get.
Yeah, just forfeit the trenches.
And then, because the people of Valamir, the soldiers of Valamir, were already planning on doing that.
Well, they would be confused as to why the trenches stopped, I would imagine.
Yeah, and they'd also be confused why the goblins are amassing lumber in the woods.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's something that,
Zrovek is, like, the plan is to secretly
cart the goblins out into the woods to plan this attack. And if you guys go like publicly put a bunch of supplies in the woods,
Right.
Yeah.
not really going to be secret what's going on. So
I mean,
they're demanding weapons and lumber be prepared for them when they arrive in the woods. That will let them ready for an attack, an actual proper ambush.
By like our first party.
and at least some plan. I'm good with my druid going to the forest and starting the lumber and all that stuff, but I will obviously that's too much for one person.
Yes.
So we could try to see.
I am a leather worker. I could go with you as well, Grovekeeper.
Yeah, if you want to come out, I was gonna say we could also talk to the people of Brenfield are also with us in this endeavor. They will be going with their able-bodied to the forest as well. So
You could
they
gather them to see. Yeah, that's something you could do.
I'm letting the leaders know as well that the Brenfield people are with them.
He goes.
Many of the people of Brenfield will not idly stand by. They want to fight with you.
They are the blood pact of the chosen.
Yes.
So we could take a couple of them. Is the Aarakocra druid still around?
Diavora.
We could.
Alger's a craftsman.
But if we try to grab, like our artificer friends and druids, and if Hogs comes out, then we can start getting all that.
Moog goes, we also have our friends we met in the hunt.
Correct. We could talk to the hunters.
Guy, you want to go talk to them?
That was on the other. That was
on our side.
That was the other side of the. Like that was the eastern gate, right?
That is exactly where they're planning on arranging. Is exactly where the hunt.
Oh, okay. That's where the woods go. That's where the thing goes to. Okay. Even better.
Shit,
so then,
the best fucking team of all time. Then, hell yeah.
Well,
like exactly.
Maybe Guy and
the hunt is where the.
Maybe Guy and I go while you guys take care of shopping.
Yeah, we can do that.
Sell those things, acquire the weapons.
Because Guy, you're also good at finding, food and stuff like that, so we could get a whole bunch of things ready.
Now that I'm healed, I will have no problems.
The day is coming to a close, like the sun is setting now.
Right.
As you guys
makes
are
sense.
going into town.
Nothing bad ever happens when me, Cruz, and Moog go and do something.
So we should probably go get the first batch, the first group of individuals. Like, we'll try to go talk to Diavora and Stick Six and try to...
They should, looking around, they should already be at the docks, right? Ready to move?
Who?
Well, we said women and children for the docks was the plan.
The people of Brentfield that are ready to move? Or is that tomorrow?
No, so still goblins are being moved. Goblins and, everybody is, all women and children are being amassed in the docks right now, yeah. Currently,
But those are the non-fighters.
Yeah,
the
last line of them are...
We're not sneaking anyone through the boathouse tonight.
No.
We're doing that tomorrow.
That is going to be done... Either, that still can be decided. It can be either done tomorrow evening, or the day they're supposed to set out, the morning they're supposed to set out, which is the day that the forces of Averex are supposed to arrive.
I think it's probably better to do it the day before. Get everything set.
Can I go around and tally up how many resources we need to buy, how much weaponry we need, just an estimated number?
Yes, you can. Not so. I will say not so easily. That's not. You would know. You're expected to have a couple hundred fighters. Close to, if not over 200. You're probably not going to be able to grab weapons for all that, but people are bringing their own weapons. You just need to have something people can spare weapons, things like that. Arrows, bolts are the big one. Bows, huge, and the lumber, as well.
Something you
think
might want to
that's
consider
really
doing is also seeking funds. Have some powerful individual on your side. You may be able to garner funds to supply weapons, if you ask people. But you would know you're going to need like weapons for a couple hundred people.
Yeah.
And armor. Armor's a big one too. As like most of these people are used to fighting, they're not opposed to actually having armor for face-to-face combat.
I'm sure the Hunters Guild will have some extra weaponry, but not that much extra.
No.
The
They
arrows
can have
and
lumber.
they may be able to supply arrows and bolts, but
Absolutely, that.
Cruz and I
maybe
will
have a
see what
few
we can
extra
get in
bows.
town, I guess.
we should get to work.
Yeah, you two set out. Let's us three. Let's do that.
All right,
going away?
team.
Swap familiars. Let's swap
Guys,
familiars so
guys.
we can talk to each other.
Who's going where?
Sure.
So
Me and Grovekeeper are going to the Hunters Guild.
Okay.
And then
sounds good.
Hogs, Cruz, and Moog are going to try and start setting up like provisions, getting armaments, talking about getting funds. and
You
that
can
kind of stuff.
have peepers. You can be nice to her.
I'm always the keepers. Come on,
so-
keepers.
You and Cruz are going to
Yeah.
go fetch armor, or to go see if there's...
To go sell the stuff that we had, and then also
Okay.
buy armor or talk
Perhaps
to
set
people
up-
about getting funds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Acquire funds, get armor, get weaponry.
You guys move to head in to town as Guy and Grovekeeper head around the outside. Guy and Grovekeeper, on your walk on the outside of town, as you part ways, both of you give me perception check.
So I was just gonna say when we parted, I was gonna even say to Guy if he wanted to get there faster, I would have been willing to go into a dire wolf, which would have changed my perception for this. So would you have wanted to just ride a dire wolf to be faster?
I mean, if you're down to do it, I don't see why
Yeah.
not.
Like I
But
was
my
fine
perception is
to use a wild shape. I was just waiting for us to part.
Before you set out,
Just normal.
well, no, before you set out, Diavora does stop you.
Mhm.
Grovekeeper. As you're moving through camp on your way out back into town, he calls
Hello.
you over, as he goes, "Hello, It has been some time since we've spoken, and the day approaches where the fire beyond the horizon seeks to burn every...
Right. We have
You speak with the chieftains on a plan.
yes.
Have you the strength?
Well, we were definitely going to come talk to you to see if you would be willing to stay with maybe Stixix and them. We are doing this not exactly with the council's permission, so we're trying to stay out of sight, but Miss Dawn has agreed that the guards on the eastern side on the next night, not tonight, but tomorrow, they will be a bit distracted on their patrols.
I cannot go any further. As
Why not?
the goblins move across the lake, my plan is to remain.
Oh,
My home is
so
here.
you
I am going no.
He meant he couldn't leave, not he couldn't go here, Guy.
The fight is mine.
We will definitely. You need the help right now. The goblins have talk about them needing lumber and stuff like that, and we're currently also working on getting weapons for some people.
If you, I will.
Of course.
Company.
Of course. If you want to walk with us, we were about to go talk to the Slayer's Keep before, see if we can get them to help out with the goblins as well, as that's about where we'll be camped.
Yes, Marista's big game hunting. You've heard of it?
I am familiar with the hunt. Lead the way. I will accompany.
All right. We'll just walk.
Wonderful.
We'll just walk normally.
Why? She can turn into, or yeah, he can turn into a direwolf and can
Yeah, but
fly.
I don't want to make them.
Fair.
Eric Oak could just fly.
You guys.
As a
walk
circle of the moon druid, it's fun for growth.
do make a perception check though, nonetheless.
Yes. Regular perception.
Should I keep my 7 that I rolled earlier?
Yes.
When you asked? Okay.
21.
Cool.
Grovekeeper, you sort of Guy distractedly talking ahead of you and Diavora, who walk sort of side by side. Diavora looks off to a hill that you up ahead, where a small farmside, a small farmhouse sits. Underneath a canopy of this farmhouse sits a man in a cloak. And as you spot him, you spot the mask, the almost glowing white mask of Noctis on the cloak man that on the hill. As Diavora also looks toward you, Grovekeeper. Diavora just like sticks out his staff out in front of you to like signal stop moving forward. As
I'll stop Guy.
No, as he like puts out a hand to not stop Guy, who is unaware of the man.
Okay, that's what you
He
meant.
like smacks your sort of as you reach out to stop Guy, like puts your hand down with his staff. This guy continues to walk onward. You can see Noctis stands up and walks down this farmer's path toward Guy. Guy, you are next to the house by the time you see the person approach, and you're about 10 feet away from Noctis as he stands there looking at you.
Oh, you know, you keep running off, and there are so many times where you could have helped us. People don't believe we saw you, you know. How are you? Are you okay?
He just stares at you. Unmoved.
What?
Does he seem like he's under a spell or anything?
Yeah,
No? Make an insight check.
that's what I was about to ask. Okay, that's better.
Is he mad at us?
Insight.
11. I mean,
plus
I don't.
2, 16.
Us.
He
We are in trouble by proxy.
He is heavily masked and hooded. It is impossible to
Yeah.
tell. With a wide brim hat, cowl low. Like,
Yeah.
so many things cover his face. It is impossible to tell. And he just stares, unmoving, 10 feet away from you.
I'll,
We still like
slowly
Diavora and I
approach.
still far away?
Yeah, Diavora and you probably stop maybe 40 feet away. Diavora whispers to you and just goes, "Let's walk.
I walk up.
Not for us."
I'll walk up 5 feet closer. Is there something wrong?
You walk alongside. questionable folk.
I mean, who's questionable? I mean, we just met the skeleton guy, but he's not yet proven. Everyone else seems to be just trying to do their best, you know?
See
Who are you to judge?
light in people. But do not ignore the dark.
Everyone's got a little bit of darkness, don't they?
This is a very different voice from what you've heard before.
Are you okay?
I have watched this city for a long time. I am more just a vigilante.
What do you mean?
I serve a purpose beyond myself. I, Noctis, is a symbol.
And so who are you? If
He
you are
reaches
not
toward a clasp around his neck, which is the shape of a...
I am Noctis. Noctis, I. We are one and the same. Have been. This whole time. I watch Valamir in the night. I look out for those who need a hand. I help all, even those filled with a darkness. It is important to see the light in all.
Who are we to judge?
Judgment is in our we must stand vigilant. We must watch all time. We must stand shadow. Reside. And do what we need to when the time comes.
You can always count on me to step up. At least to stand up for the little guy.
Are you? For what is to come.
I can't help but feel like it is my life's purpose. I see no other reason why I should have survived the things I've survived. I shouldn't be standing here talking to you. I know that for certain.
You are not of this world. You have left this mortal coil once and strayed from the path of fate.
Wait. Are you the one? Are you the voice I heard?
Have what is necessary. You are a beacon of light, dark. You vigilant. Are kind. can do business. Time come.
I can. And I will.
Are served.
I am willing.
Pass on this mantle. He reaches toward the moon upon his collar and removes it. And you watch as a gleaming silver light passes over his entire visage, and his mask begins to glow, his hat begins to glow, it all turns silver and begins to twinkle away, the visage underneath, extending out this moon crescent to you. Some dwarf you've never seen before.
Oh, sorry. I was expecting someone else as I reach out for it. I'm not sure I fully understand what is happening, but I am
It's a
honored.
different voice, so
I will do you proud.
He goes, I. And then he turns to bones in front of your very eyes and crumbles away.
it's in the bones.
Algernon? Is this some
A
elaborate
golden-
prank?
I'm sorry, a silver light takes your body
Oh,
for a moment. You surge with a silver light as the moon peeks out across the clouds. And as your body is encased in a silvery light, what rests upon the ground a moment later as this crescent moon sits upon your chest is a all-white mask like that of Zorro, tied behind at the back of the head
oh, we're getting the rework. We're getting the repaint.
a coat, a trench coat of all white billows out behind you as you touch down upon the ground in a silver-lined white attire. As you rest down upon the ground, the image washes away as you touch back upon the ground for a moment. In your normal wear, the clasp, the relic falling to the ground a moment later. You and Grovekeeper, you and Diavora look. Diavora just looks at you and then looks back at that, fully seeing the transformation happen. As you sort of come back to your sort of non-transformation form a moment later.
Yeah.
Only a single surge of power washes through you as you see the relic resting in the dirt, in the very visible bones and ash of this person before you.
Yeah. Yeah, so then now I bend down, I'm like, Algernon? Is this some...
So
I'll
you
grab the
have,
relic.
I think you have someone to apologize to.
Cruz is not with you guys. Cruz is
I know.
I'm gonna wipe this off.
I believe Guy was also pushing the.
Yeah, I was.
He was also very much like, it's him.
You guys,
I mean, there's a reason why Guy didn't interrupt Russell when he was. I was like, I mean,
no,
I don't disagree with this.
You
I don't think
guys-
this is the best way to go about it.
You
But
guys fucked him hard.
you guys, or you and Diavora, Grovekeeper, both seeing the transformation before your very eyes. You are the only two people who currently know Guy's secret identity. As he is
Our fucking party member's Batman. I love this.
You still
Batman with a
don't.
gun.
No, Batman is written. All right.
So you still don't want to be the Moonlit Guardians? Like, I mean, come on.
I'm starting to see more moon themes.
I mean,
3 down,
Guys.
1 go, baby.
when I pick up the relic, you said it's like 2 crescent moons.
It
in
is.
a-
It is it's like a crescent moon clasp. It is a silver
Okay.
crescent moon. It is his guys. It's his moonerang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Nice.
If that wasn't clear, it is his moonerang. Is his relic.
yeah.
There you go. Now you have something you can
It
throw.
is also.
Yeah.
It is also a +1 weapon. Fun fact.
Nice.
But we'll get into that.
Yeah, I'll take
we'll
a-
just give it to the armaments.
I'll take it,
I guess
like
it was.
replace
I don't know.
where one of my
Some random goblin.
my hand axes are on my hip, and see if it'll clip in there.
Yeah.
And I look over to Grovekeeper and Theodora, and I'm just
You guys were having a moment.
We didn't want to interrupt.
did you see that?
See what? Totally normal guy.
Didn't see a thing. Gives like a wink and just gives like a nudge and a wink to.
About to give the best performance of my life here.
Well,
That's pretty good. That's pretty good for
I've got
Goku.
some things to think about, I guess. Oh, that way. We're going that way.
I want to be clear.
Yes.
Your guns were fully silver, by the way, when you were in your transformation form. They were just like fully silver guns, gleaming in the moonlight.
So now do you have to stay in Valamir? Like, can you never leave?
Packed into the city.
Stay vigilant. I gotta go.
You know,
We are going to we're gonna end the session on that note. As
Where's Batman?
as you guys head off into the city, that is the note for the level up. You guys head up into the
Guy, I want you to know Hogs had like Noctis posters in his bedroom growing up.
I will-
like he is known.
I
in
will
these
say,
parts.
I will say for just go for selling the stuff. Go ahead and make a charisma saving throw, or just a charisma check. I'm sorry, a charisma check.
Can we have given him advantage with enhanceability?
Yeah, if you want to cast another enhanceability, give him advantage. You're muted. I don't know if you know that.
You're muted.
instead of
21.
21. Okay. You
instead of hellish rebuke, I should take distort value, just for this.
Yeah, because that doesn't come to bite you later on.
I know, right?
No merchants remember when you fucking screw them over.
Yep. 21, you said?
Mm-hmm. 1 second.
I've already said here, I'm like, Grovekeeper is so excited to go back to the forest, and I literally sat there, I'm like, I could just summon a bunch of axe beaks a bunch of times and have them cut a bunch of trees down.
Hey, Captain, there's a bunch of axe beaks outside.
I'm in the forest! I'm in the forest!
You guys get 1,500 gold from that from the extra from like the arts and supplies, which is an extra 360 on top of
Is that paying in Algernon?
what?
Is that paying out for Algernon?
No. So like divided basically what you guys make in total divided by 6, so everybody gets a share, is an additional 260 gold pieces. You each got an additional 60 on top of the 200 that you were expected. So a successful barter. You guys got extra 60 out of that.
260 total to everyone, including Algernon. And
Yes, 260 total. That's not included the 156 you already got.
156,
Yes.
Yeah.
So in total, you should have 316 gold from that. 316 gold each is what you all received from.
Yeah, I'm loaded. I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah, you guys can buy the house. You guys have been
yeah.
legitimately. That's where you're at right now.
Yeah.
Isn't it a councilman's house though? Like it is his. He was
It
just
is
kind of letting us.
He's a property owner. He's
hey,
basically.
goalkeeper.
It's
Want me to hold
Wasanthi.
on to your
Wasanthi has bought this
Yeah,
home to rent.
I've not written a single coin down.
Basically, Wasanthi has bought this home to make money off of, and he's like foregoing the money for you guys. You know, it's like.
Yeah.
We should give him some money.
What a homie.
You guys do once you arrive in town to like go get the stuff to go sell. As you guys enter the home, you see a man in a full suit of armor waiting for you in your foyer. Full.
Looks like you guys went the wrong way.
Hooded armor, waiting for you in front of your full pile of loot. And as you enter, Algernon takes off the helmet and goes,
I knew it!
now, with this, do you think I could go outside?
Pretty good.
That should be able to work.
We're not there,
put it
guy.
back down again? Put
Oh.
it back down again?
He just puts
I want to take
Oh,
a
God.
nice, long look at Algernon. All around 360, up and down. I want to see if
Make
there's
an
any
investigation
flaws
check.
in his- Yeah.
You're busy getting baked in the moonlight right now.
I will guide myself even for this. Huh.
Yeah, you can tell he's a skeleton in there. With a 19, you can tell
I
he's
can
a
tell he's a
skeleton in there.
No.
But you looked really specifically, you know, like
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe. What about from over here? He says, and like runs like you watch his top torso
clang,
falls
clang,
off,
clang, clang.
and his bottom,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
leg's still standing. And like looks around, and runs off. He goes, "No, get back here!" I didn't know they could do
Yeah,
that.
no.
He crawls after.
No. That is very interesting that it could do that, though.
Probably wasn't put on correctly by a skeleton alchemist that's probably not worn armor
Who
before.
got you in this? Did you get in this?
I found it in the attic. I'm exploring.
Okay. Oh, alright. Alright.
I was trying to find the help. He was hiding in
I
the
don't
attic.
know if it's, I don't know if that's technically ours or not, but alright.
Well, I'm not. No one was using it.
None of us would be using
we
that
pan out of the house as you guys take the gold into the city to sell. We pan out as after selling all the goods, Cruz comes home like counting the money, retires, I assume, with Brooke.
I'm just a bed of gold. I say, come here, baby.
Grovekeeper, Diavora spends some time meditating under the moonlight with you, teaching you a couple new spells that'll come in handy in the next coming days. You, Cruz, also get a similar meeting with your patron. Effie is sort of waiting for you with martinis, just going. He goes, I would hate to see you perish in this upcoming war, so I was thinking I'd lend you a couple new tricks for the battle ahead. On one account.
Yes.
Here we go.
He takes out the cube. You give this another try.
Oh god.
I'll give it another try.
Sure. And you watch as he vanishes and stands further back.
He did say one condition. You have to do it to level up. You won't be level 4 if you don't do it.
Alright, I'll give it a go.
Imagine next session we're all level 7 and Chris is
just
still
dead.
level 6.
Cruz is just dead.
Cruz is just
Yeah.
dead in his necklace.
Yeah, we all got fucked up in the Alandir fight. This is where Cruz gets
This is where you get fucked up.
Tomorrow we need to go back to the church for Cruz this time.
Yeah, so remember the regeneration spell you cast for our friend? We got another one.
This guy totally wasn't messing with this stolen artifact from the city.
Alright. What do I need to roll for it?
Investigation.
That's my best stat.
No, it's not.
Wouldn't lie to me.
Ooh,
Oh,
16.
that's
We
really good.
pan out to a necklace sitting on a little bust next to Brooke reading a book. As like a little flash from within the necklace, a blue like lightning flash comes from within the red gem, as just like a distant sound of Cruz screaming in pain can be heard as Brooke just looks up from her book on the bed.
I walk in the room. Oh, sorry. We have rules, and I take the necklace and I put it on, and I walk out of the room.
The next room over, you hear, why do you have this? Cruz has like visible burn scars from a lightning.
What the hell, Ox? I literally gave the necklace to Brooke to hold on to. No.
You pan out.
Every time you
We
go in
pan
there,
out.
put
That's
it
where we
on.
end our session. Thank you all for tuning in, and until next time, this was of Page and Pen here at crispy_VDL. Check out the links in the chat, and don't be a stranger, people. Good night. Say good night.
Good night.